Night. Tonight on Game Night, Nikki, Lincoln, and myself, Dave, are going to teach and play Daybreak, a game for 1 to 4 players, published by CMYK and designed by Matt Leacock and Matteo Menapace. So stick around and see if we can reduce our global footprint.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Lincoln.
Will you teach us Daybreak?
Sure, why not?
All right. I'm excited about it.
We got it set up.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to pick something else. It's really a lot to set up.
It is.
Daybreak is a cooperative game in which we are each going to play a world power, and we are going to try to reduce our carbon footprint into the world. And if we can do that, if we can reduce our carbon emissions down far enough before we get to the end of 6 rounds, we have 6 rounds within to do that. We could do it in theory sooner, but
unlikely.
Well, probably not till rounds 5 or 6.
Okay.
But we have 6 rounds to do it, and if we can do that, then we win the game. We each play a different world power. We are playing the suggested 3-player setup for your first game, which I'd like to point out is not the easy setup.
Okay.
We are playing the intermediate level difficulty.
They want you to know the realities of this thing.
Yeah.
Correct. So for the 3-player setup, we are playing the United States, Europe, and I am playing Majority World.
Yeah.
All right. Each of those comes with its own little card. There's like the Majority World card that shows you how to set everything up. All right. I'll explain all this stuff later, but we basically did all the setup in advance.
Yeah.
Let me say right now that I am going to mostly teach you the game now.
Okay.
But I'm going to sort of also teach as we play it, because the game, for example, comes with a giant deck of local action cards, local project cards, sorry, and I'm not going to go through and explain them all, and I think it's just easier that way to learn the game a little bit as you go.
Okay.
But, as I said, the game is in 6 rounds, and each round has the same 5 phases. We start each round with what's called the global phase, and in the global phase, we are going to add crisis cards. These are the bad cards that a lot of co-op games, right, have that deck of the bad cards that you play against, right? This is the game playing against us. So, I'm going to just do that now.
Okay.
All right? When you add crisis cards during this phase, you look at your temperature band. All right? This is the thing we are going to try to not have rise all the way to the top, this little temperature band thermometer. But whatever band level we're at, it shows over here on the right how many crisis cards you need to add, and also the planetary effects die, how many times you have to roll that.
Oh.
All right? I will get to that when we get to that.
Okay.
But the first thing we do is we add crisis cards. So we are at no planetary bands, so we are going to add 3.
Okay.
The crisis cards go over here, and the first one is always face up so you can see it. All right?
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, that's bad.
Forest fire. All right? The next 2...
Dude, that hits home here.
The next 2 go face down. We will have to resolve all 3 of these, but we don't know what these 2 are.
Like what? By the end of the round?
At the end of during the crisis phase,
Okay,
which is phase 4. All right. Forest fires is going to, we're going to lose a tree. I haven't explained the trees. Oh, I'm sorry. The basic 3-player setup also starts with 16 trees and 12 ocean.
Okay.
All right? That's part of the 3-player setup we're playing. And they can go anywhere on the board, says the rules.
Okay.
We've just put the ocean in the ocean and
right, makes it a little easier to track.
But they can go anywhere on the board. All right, well, this is an exciting, fun crisis card. So, whoever has the lowest crisis cards can either affect a specific player or all players. In this case, it's going to affect the person who has the lowest ecological tags, or resistance tokens.
Okay.
That's what this little area is below. All right? We each start with some. Lincoln has 1 of each. Nikki, you don't have the social resistance, and I don't have the infrastructure resistance, but we can get those during an earlier phase. But whoever has the lowest ecological resistance which if we are tied, which we are right now, the way that would be resolved is we would roll this d6 that comes with the game.
Okay.
And whoever rolls the lowest number is the person that is affected.
Affected. Okay.
Okay? In any case, whoever has the lowest, the players with the lowest ecological resistance removes 1 tree and adds 1 carbon. I have not explained, but there are these cubes over here that are our carbon cubes. These are 5s. These are 1s. I'm going to leave those out for now.
Probably going to need that whole box.
Yep, we will. Anyway, it's going to add 1 carbon to the...
I mean, they all go in here, I can guess.
Yeah.
Going to add 1 carbon up here to recent emissions. So we're going to... So if there was a band here, then whoever had the lowest would have to remove a tree from the board, because there's only 1. If there were 2, they'd have to remove 2 trees from the board, and add 2 carbon emissions to the resistance band. That's this little space
You mean
up
the
here.
recent emissions?
Yeah, I'm going to explain that.
Yeah.
I'll explain that later. Now, this can be reduced by ecological tokens, by 1 per. All right? So if you had 1 ecological token, you could knock this down by 1. You don't spend that token when you do it.
Oh, okay.
All right? This is just, there are ways you can lose these, but in this case, you are just knocking it down by
Having the token.
So if there was only 1 temperature band on the board, this would have no effect because we all have 1. Whoever rolls the lowest to be the lowest would still have 1. We're only going to remove 1 tree and take 1 emission, and we reduce that by 1, so this would reduce down to 0.
Oh.
That's best case scenario.
So no one would have to roll the die?
No, we'd still have to roll the die to
Okay.
break the tie, but in theory, it would be moot.
Okay.
Because we would all be the lowest and it wouldn't matter.
All right.
So maybe if we only had 1 temperature band, we could get lucky. All right.
Right.
So we add crisis cards. All right. The next thing we do in this phase is we start a global project. All right. These are the good cards that are sort of special powers that help us for the game. And to do that, we're going to take the top 2 from the deck. So go ahead, Link, and just draw the top 2. No,
Green.
global projects, the green ones. And we put them face up in the middle of the thing. And now we decide as a group, which of these do we want? All
Okay.
right? We have the slots for the global projects over here.
Are they
and
dropping cows?
It does look like that, doesn't it? I think those
No.
are...
Cows on parachutes.
Those are sodal...
Radiation management.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Well, this is a great...
Yeah, those are like little... I don't know, they're like, it's a frame and...
Okay.
All right, well, this is a
Solar
great set of
panels.
2. Normally, we would discuss these and pick one, but for purposes of the game, we're going to go with this one because it's simple and you can understand it.
Okay.
And this one is not only a little complicated, but it also involves risk-reward. This one involves rolling the die, and on a 1 to 3 or a 4 to 5 or a 6 to 7 or an 8 plus, you can add cards under this to make the dice stronger.
Okay.
But the risk, this adds 2 more crisis cards or 2 more crisis cards or 1 more crisis card, and this is our first kind of time going through it, so we're throwing this one out.
Okay, does it go into the back of this deck?
Sure,
Okay.
why not? It can. It's never going to come back.
Okay.
We won't get through
This
that.
game.
We won't get through that deck. Remember, we can only pull 12 of these.
Sure.
Okay, so this one's pretty easy. This one is, you may ignore 1 desertification dice roll.
Desertification? Desertification?
Desertification? It's
Yeah.
not dessert.
Yeah, desertification.
Which is this track right here. All right? Again, I'm getting ahead of myself and I sort of haven't explained things, but during the bad phases near the end, we will potentially roll this planetary effects die. There are 6 different planetary effects, and you're going to roll the die, and so that would roll the change in major weather systems. That bumps 1.
Okay.
If this were to be the roll, this would bump 1. And these are okay as long as they don't reach this little symbol, which indicates we've reached a tipping point. And when that happens, the little bad effect above kicks in. So, for example, this ocean acidification, when this reaches the tipping point, we're going to lose 1 ocean per player. So 3 oceans in our game.
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how we add. There are ways to add to
Yes.
those tokens?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so this allows us to ignore...
right here, reforestation.
This allows us to ignore one of these dice rolls, but in order for this to be active, there needs to be a card tucked. See where it says... I'm going to put it over here. See where it says tuck to activate? Mm-hmm. All of our cards, I haven't really explained the cards, but they all have little tags on the tops of them.
Okay.
All right, and this needs that little plant ecological tag
Okay, I got
to be
one.
tucked under here by anyone. And once that's there, then we have this for the rest of the game. This never goes away in theory. I say in theory because we have 4 slots for global projects. So if we get to round 5 and we're still in this game,
We're going to have to dump one.
we don't have to dump one. We'll turn 2 over. We'll decide which one we like. And then if we like that one more than the other 4 we already have, we replace one with the new one. But if we don't, we just throw both of them out. All right?
Okay.
It's your choice.
All right.
All right, so every turn we're going to do crisis cards, we're going to do global effects, a global project, all right? We all start with 5 local projects already associated with our world power. So,
Okay.
These are the cards that always come with the United States. Those are the cards
Right.
that always come with Europe.
It says.
On the back, right. And for me, majority world, these are my cards. All right, we have, I'm going to explain, we'll explain all of our start cards.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. We each share 2 cards in common. We all have, and you can set these up in any order you want. I've happened to put these 2 to the left. But we all have a clean energy plant, and we all have a dirty electricity phase out. All right? I haven't really got here yet, but if you look at my board, we all have clean and dirty energy on our board. I start with 8 dirty energy and 2 clean energy. And then we all have various things that cause emissions down here. Right? So industry and cars and livestock, etc. All right? And these are bad. These are the things we're trying to reduce because each one of these dirty tokens translates into a single one of those emissions, those carbon emissions cubes that I showed you earlier.
Woof.
Each one of those is one of these.
Yay.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you say woof. I mean, Nikki's got, let's see,
I know, you've got 4 more
What
than
are
me.
you
12.
talking
I have
You've got
13.
12. Nikki's got 12 emissions and 4 dirty energy, so she's producing 16 carbon emissions when we get to that phase. I have 17 and 8,
Yeah.
but I am representing the majority of the world, the rest
Sure.
of the world.
You've got the weight of the world on your
I
shoulders.
do. All right, so I have clean electricity plant, and in the local phase, we're going to start this phase by we each going to get 5 cards from the deck, so we'll have a 5-card hand, and then we just take actions. Turns are essentially simultaneous. There is no player order, and the cool part about this phase is that you can take as many actions as you want to and can afford. You are not limited by how many times you can do things other than by your ability to do them or your desire to do them. All right? Let me talk about the various local projects and what the iconography means. So this clean energy plant, we all have one, and it'll all be the same action. It'll be discard a card. That's what this blue with a symbol with the thing is. Discard a card from your hand to add a clean energy per symbol and per tag. Our tags might be different, like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have more things.
Mine's like a power looking thing.
Right.
I have just the power
oh,
line.
mine's 2. Okay, so in this case, that is the same, but
No, but yours is 3 on top.
I do have different tags, but it's
Yeah, it is per that tag, yes. The power line.
but it's still the same power line tag.
Yeah.
So what that means is that if I discarded a card, so when you are looking at cards per tags, you are looking at the tags in that stack. Okay? It doesn't matter if I had another one of those
It's
grid
called
tags
grid.
in a different stack.
Oh, grid, okay.
Okay? So if I had this card down here, for example, and I were doing clean energy plant, this grid tag does not count over here.
Oh, okay.
It's just in that stack.
So does these percentages next to it indicate how many cards in the deck
Yes.
have that tag?
Yes.
Ooh, grid is kind of low. Wind is even lower. Solar's low. Ooh, nuclear is 5%.
It's a giant deck. though.
Geoengineering, yeah.
Okay, so this is discard a card to gain a clean energy for every one of those tags. All right? So, how do you get more tags, you might wonder? Well, when you play cards from your hand, you can play them in a couple of ways. You can play them so that they overlay on top, right? So now I've played this card. Let's say I have this, and I played this card on top of this card. When you play a card on top of a card, you leave the tags from the old card visible because they still count for you. And now I have this offshore wind card, in which if I discard a card, I will get 2 clean energy for every, is that wind? For every wind tag. And I have 2 wind tags here. So this would in theory get me 4 clean energy for a single discard. However, some cards have requirements. This card does have a requirement. It actually requires 3 grid tags. Now, that doesn't mean I can't put it down. It just means I can't activate it until I have 3 grid tags. So another way you can play a card is instead of placing it on top, you can place it underneath and tuck it behind. That's how you add more tags. So I could tuck this behind here.
So that's playing a card as well as just sticking underneath?
It's just playing it behind.
So I was wondering how this one here requires 2 to 3 of these.
Right.
What is it called? Society tags.
Right.
And I only have 1.
Right.
I was going to ask if these count in the other piles count towards
just
you, only in the pile.
Just in its own stack. So I've tucked this card behind. So now when I discard a card, I will get a clean energy per grid tag. I have 2 here. So discarding a card gets me 2 clean energy now instead of 1. We all do. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Question.
Yeah.
When you say gets me clean energy, are you adding more
Yes.
or are you cleaning up this?
No, you are adding more. The way you are cleaning up that is the very next one in our stack, which we all have, which is the same, which is, again, similar. It's discard a card to remove a dirty energy per whatever the tag is. This is where it's different. Like my tag is energy, but like Nikki, your tag is incentive.
Yeah.
It's a little coin structure.
It's a little money.
It looks like our energy increases per
Yep,
round too.
Don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me.
That's scary.
Okay, so you can play a card in front, and when you play a card in front, it then becomes your new local project that you can activate. All right. Once you essentially cover a card, that card is gone to you probably for the rest of the game. There are ways you might lose cards due to crisis over here, and that would maybe allow you to pull a card back.
Oh.
But just consider most cards you cover to be then gone. You won't have that ability again. All right? Because you are not limited by actions, let's see, did I set myself up over here in a brilliant way?
I thought you did.
No, I didn't. Let me have your card over
This
there.
one?
Yeah. So I could, let's say this looked like this. I could play this here, right? And now I have 2 grid tags. And now I could activate this by discarding a card from my hand, and I would get a clean energy per grid.
So 2.
So I would get 2 clean energy.
Okay.
For my next move, I could then take this offshore wind card, and I could put it on top of that, the card that I just activated. Which is fine. And
all
now,
in the same.
right?
Okay.
This requires 3 grid tags, which I now have.
Oh.
I can now discard a card, assuming I still had a card in my hand to discard. And now I would get 2 clean energy per wind, of which there's 2.
Amazing, yeah.
So I would get 4 for that. And then this would be still available to me for next time. Additionally, this card has no only once per round. Here's a card, for example, that I haven't explained yet, but at the bottom it says each round once per blah, 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 meaning you can only do it once per, in this case, once per tag. Some cards are only once per round, but this has no
limit.
So I could, if I had another card to discard, I could do it a second time. I could discard a card and get 4 more clean energy, assuming I could build that up.
Okay.
Right.
Okay?
Seems tough, but still cool.
The United States, there you go.
United States.
So yes, so there is sort of a neat, like, synergy that you can sort of try to build with your cards, in which you get tags that sort of do cool things together. And again, here you go. Here's a card, for example. This card just says limit once per round.
Okay.
So, and this is a great card to have because once per round you can get rid of a car emissions. And it doesn't even cost you anything. But it requires 2 pink regulation tags. And note that this card doesn't come with a pink regulation tag.
Oh.
So you would be covering over something else that, in theory, had pink regulations on it. All right. Are there any
Or you
other
tuck
things?
one behind it once you get it down, right?
Right. Okay, so let's talk about some other things once per round. So let's say I had this card down. Let's say I had the walkable cities and I activate. Let's assume I had the requirements and I activated and I got rid of my car and maybe that was my last car. So now I cover it with the development assistant. This is give 1 card from your hand to another player. And this is each round once per tag. So because I have 2 tags, it means I can do this twice. If I laid this card down and then activate it, I could give, I have 2 tags, so I could do this twice. I could give 1 card to Lincoln, I could give 1 card to Nikki.
Okay.
I could give 2 cards to Lincoln by doing it one at a time.
All right.
And if I had a handful of cards, I mean, it's very unlikely you'll ever have more than 5 cards or 6 cards. There are ways to get more cards, but let's say I had a hand of 10 cards, or I had a lot of cards. I could play this card, which is the same card again.
Okay.
And now I could do it again, and now I can do it 3 times because I have 3
3
tags
of
and
the
I can
symbol.
give cards. And then for my final move, I could cover it a 4th time with this degrowth movement card, which for 2 to 4 symbols, of which I have 4, I can reduce my growth by 1, my energy demand by 1. I have not gotten to this token, but we will get to it at the end.
Okay.
So there are all kinds of cool ways you can daisy chain stuff. All right? So, and we'll come back to this after I explain the rest of the game. We'll talk about the rest of the cards we have in front of us. But
All right.
that's sort of how this works. So you can play a card during this phase. You can tuck it behind to add tags. You can play it in front to be your new local project. You can discard it to activate a thing. And you can also tuck it. We need to, in theory, tuck 1
on this
green
to
plant
make
tag
it.
here. Like we need to do this at some point to make this active for us.
And that's because of the sprout.
Correct.
Okay.
Otherwise known as ecology.
All
Correct.
right. Ecology.
Okay, so we're going to do this until we decide we're done doing this and we've taken all of our actions. All right?
Okay.
There is no hand limit. You don't have to spend all your cards. Any cards you don't use carry over into the next round. All right?
Oh, all right.
And then we move on to the emission phase. So the first thing you do during the emission phase is you check your energy demand. Right now, the majority world demands 10 energy, and I have 10 energy. Note, it doesn't matter that it's mostly dirty energy.
Yeah.
The people don't care. They just want to watch TV
Yeah, I get it.
Or their lights just
or have their lights on, or have their refrigerators work. So as long as I have 10 energy, I'm okay. Going back to the 2 cards I described to you, that means that if I did the dirty electric phase out and I got rid of, oh, this is a 5, I got rid of an energy, or 2, let's say I put another energy tag behind this so that there were 2 of those tags, and then I would discard to get rid of 2. Well, my energy demand is now not met. So I would have to also produce clean energy to meet
Okay.
that demand. All right? These tags are double-sided, clean, dirty, so they're all the same if you need one. If you don't meet your energy demand, for every energy you're off, whatever the difference is, you're going to pick up a community in crisis token. All right? That's what these are. I start with 3 of them.
Oof.
You guys don't start with any of them. But we have slots for up to 12 on our board. And one way we lose the game is if any single player gets their 12th community in crisis token, the game ends immediately. Additionally, you'll see, if you look over to the left, if you ever get a 4th community
Oof, I
crisis
see what's
token,
happening here.
you
We
will be
lose a
drawing
card.
1 fewer card. Not losing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just draw 1 fewer during
Aye.
the local projects phase.
That's not
and
happening.
2 fewer if you're down here.
Okay.
All right? One of you has cards that can remove community in
I have
crisis.
one, but mine
Yeah.
is only for, I guess for me, it doesn't say anything about.
Okay, scale up and recovery support. So I know this already, but if you didn't, each of these cards has a little QR code on it.
Okay.
that immediately tells you what the card is and explains it. It gives you also like a 3-paragraph backstory on the ecological implications of the card, which is kind of cool
That's
in a way
neat.
if you care. But this was fixed in later editions of the game. This is remove community crisis for any player.
Okay.
It's not just for yourself.
Okay.
That is for any player. So we do that. We check our demand, right? Then we are going to add carbon emissions. So basically, for every dirty token that you have, 25 right now for me,
Got enough.
on the board, you're going to take a cube and you're going to put it here in the recent emissions band at the top. All right? The cubes conveniently come in 1s and 5s.
Okay.
So we'll put them all up here,
Oof.
right?
Yeah.
Then we will sequester carbon, which is to say that the trees that will
Absorb some of it.
absorb carbon and the
Ocean will
oceans
absorb.
that will absorb carbon. So we will essentially reduce those emissions by
Thanks to Mother Earth helping us out here.
Correct.
No effort of our own.
correct by 16 trees and 12 oceans, and there are ways we can add more trees and oceans to the game. Whatever is left comes over here in the
Yeah.
temperature band. All right?
Okay.
We're going to fill in the cubes one at a time. Again, these are in handy things of 5. And if this band gets full of cubes,
First.
then we add, then the
Yeah.
temperature goes
We've
up
gone up
a
by
tenth of a
0.1,
degree.
yeah.
Now, the trick to this thermometer is that you only use number of columns, number of players. So we're only using these 3 columns in a 3-player
Oh,
game. This
okay.
4th column does not exist.
Oh,
And it says right there at the top, 4-player, 3-player.
I was counting on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm like, okay, there's 25.
So this
That's
will
good.
add bands to the thing, and whatever is left over goes to the next one. So
Okay.
it stays for the
Cumulative.
next.
It
Yeah,
just
it's
keeps
cumulative
going.
and it stays. And this will note increase to what we are doing crisis cards.
And
If
rolling the
doing
dice.
this ever gets us to where we go from 3 crisis cards to 4 crisis cards, we will immediately add a 4th card that
I think,
turn.
I think you're pointing to the numbers, though. But I mean,
Correct.
that's the die. But yeah, the red
Correct.
card. Yeah.
We add it immediately. It's not next turn we do. It happens right away.
Yikes.
Okay, if
In a way.
then we adjust the thermometer. All right, now we're in the crisis stage. So the first thing we do is we resolve planetary effects if we have to roll the planetary die. And I sort of explained that before, which is it's 6-sided die corresponding to these 6 different planetary effects. And each time we have something that face shows up, it's going to advance that track. And that'll add bad stuff. And I'll just explain it when it happens to us because there's nothing you can do about it other than this right now. This global project will help us once if we happen to roll the desertification. And then we resolve the crisis cards. Crisis cards are resolved in order from bottom
And we
of the
flip
board
these.
Nope. We resolve this one first, then we flip this one up.
Right.
Then we
so
resolve it.
we
then
see them
flip
all
this
at
one
the
up.
end of this round.
Oh, we'll see them all.
Yeah.
All right. And then if we have survived that, we do our growth phase.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing we do is we check to see if we won the game. Now,
Not likely.
we win the game when we produce so few carbon emissions up in this recent
have-
emissions band.
We wipe it out.
We don't just wipe it out. We need to remove one more and it's not there. So if the trees and the oceans still can take more carbon away, but there's none that can be taken away, we flip that little round marker token to the other side and we are now in drawdown. And technically that happens during the emissions phase. And then once we're in drawdown, we just have to survive whatever the crisis cards are for that round.
Okay.
And if we do, we win the game.
Okay. I think
Okay.
that's not likely.
But if we don't win the game, we advance the round marker, and then we increase our energy demand. All right? The energy demand is different for each world power. It is on your world power
oh my
card.
gosh, yours is +3.
Mine is plus. It's on your board, right here, but it's
Okay.
also here on my. So this
Right on
is
the other side.
This is the
Right.
majority world power, and it says, it shows.
Here?
Nope. It shows on. I love it. It shows here on your turn order thing. See, it looks increase energy demand
Oh.
3.
Okay.
Yours says increase energy demand by 1.
Right. All right.
So they're personalized for your world power. All right. So mine would go up by 3.
Yipes.
Note that I don't have to worry about that until the end of the next. I have all of my local projects phase next round to grow that energy, so that I don't not meet it. Does that make
Okay.
sense? And we're basically just going to keep doing this over and over and over again.
Okay.
All right? Let's go over the local projects that we start with.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to explain the cards in the deck. There's a lot of cards in the deck. There's
Okay.
duplicates of a lot of cards in the deck as well. But I think you'll understand most of them. And more importantly, if you don't, the game is very specific about what you can share in this information, which is everything.
Okay.
All
We
right.
could, in theory, play with all of our 5 cards open.
Okay.
All right? I don't think we should do that. For one, we don't have the table space.
Right.
But for two, for your first game, I think it might be a little too much to sort of take in.
Sure.
But if you have a question about a card, just show it.
Right.
And
All
we'll talk about it because we're allowed to talk about everything.
Oh, okay.
There's
Okay.
nothing that you have to keep secret or like imply something or anything like that. Okay, so I have Youth Climate Movement, which is just draw 1, draw 2 or 3 cards based on the tags that I have. But in this case, I'm limited. I'm only going to be able to draw those cards during the global part of our phase. So before everything, not during the local project phase.
Okay.
I have early warning systems. This allows me to discard a card, and in doing that, I can flip over a crisis card to the other side, and
can prep
I
for
also receive. So this little iconography
Resistance.
is wild for resistance.
Any type.
Is wild for resilience tag, so
It's
I
any
can
type.
take any type, a social or an ecological or an infrastructure one.
Right.
Okay? And again, that's each run, but once per symbol, so once per energy or light bulb tag. So I want whatever that light
think
bulb
it's called
is.
innovation.
So I want more of those in theory.
Sure.
And then this is Women's Empowerment, and if I discard a card, it gets me the specific tags. I can't do all of them, I choose one.
The resilience
I
tag.
either get a social, an ecological, or an infrastructure token per whatever the tags for those tokens
Sure.
are on the card. All right, Nikki, what do you got?
Okay. I have a Civilian Climate Core.
Yep.
Discard a card to gain any
Resilience
Resilience
token.
token.
resilience
Nice.
Yep.
token. And it's got 3 symbols on it.
Yep.
Tags.
Tags. And then I have a Clean Energy R&D.
Yep.
This is to discard and draw 3 and keep 1.
Right.
Nice.
But there's a limit.
Once per innovation tag. So if you had
This-
2 innovation tags in that thing, you could discard a card, you would draw 3 and keep 1.
Okay.
And do it again.
And then, yes. And then you would do it again. You would draw 3 and keep 1.
Okay. If I had more light bulbs. Okay.
Inspiration.
And
Or no,
then
innovation.
and the last one is climate debt reparations.
Yep.
And it's a give 1 card from your hand to another player.
Nice.
Limit each round once per
Society tag.
society tag.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my starting card.
Mine are much simpler. I have everything has 1 tag. My special drawing rights
Oh, my God, I
per
didn't see that. That's cool.
per regulation tag I have. If I have 1 to 2, I can give any 1 resilience tag to any player. If I have 3 to 4, I can give 2 to any 1 player.
Yeah.
And if I have 5 plus, I can give 3 to any 1 player. My scale up recovery support, which we talked about earlier,
Yep.
lets us remove 1. I still need 2 to even be able to start doing that. 2 of the society, yes.
Yep.
And then my reforestation, which is ecology based, I need 2 to be able to place trees on the board, and it's 2 to 4 to do 1 and 5 plus to do
Nice.
2. I kind of don't want to get rid of that card ever. I hope we get more of those ecology tags.
Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
Okay, so let's give this here.
yeah.
These aren't there.
Yeah.
We'll get those off the board. Lincoln, we already did global phase, so go ahead local. We're gonna deal out 5.
Okay, this is a giant pile of cards.
Yeah, it is.
Let's hope it gets skinnier here, with just so I can handle. I actually should be taking a small amount.
Yeah.
Oh my
We-
God, you grabbed the whole deck?
Well, we added those
Grab the
added those
whole
ones
deck.
back in.
I know,
so-
I didn't even see that you grabbed the whole thing. That's hilarious.
There you go. 5. 5 and 5. I'm not looking at what that
Okay.
possibly was either.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
Okay. I would assume kind of you want to look at tags, right? And see if you can make anything.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
better.
Like, for example, I did not get any grid tags. But that's all right, because I got that low impact wind card, so I'm probably going to do that. I got a lot of cards that would be good 2 turns from now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is no good because I want to do stuff now. All right, well, does anyone have a spare sprout, ecological sprout tag? I could give one up if necessary.
I don't have one.
Well,
I would like to get 2.
I need to-
no way I'm going to get. I have to get 2 to even to add a tree.
I do, because I don't think. Let me just show the card, right?
Sure.
It's one of those. If you have this many, you can draw a card.
Well,
Is that?
here's the question.
Not planning on using it.
It might be better to do this and give it to Lincoln. Because he needs to
'Cause?
get because
for
that
the
gets
tree
to
thing.
the trees, right?
All right.
Yeah, I don't have much I can give.
There's nothing you get. You're not trading a card. She just has
Sure.
her climate debt reparations
Yeah.
allows her to give a card to you.
Let me
Right.
just do it.
All right. Now, you can do it once. This is it. If you do it now, you're doing it once and then you're done.
Right. I don't.
It's probably the same. It's probably correct because
Well, I have this one.
First turn, there's really nothing.
sure.
I have this one climate immigration move 1 crisis token from another player's board to your own. But if I add it to this one here,
Yep.
I can immediately start removing
Yep.
1.
Yep.
And I will do that right now. Remove 1 from here.
Just one?
Yep.
You got it.
Okay.
I need a couple more to make it to 4. Right there.
Yeah, just do it this way.
So this is once per round,
Correct.
and I'm doing it. So I
Yeah.
only have one symbol.
Yeah.
So Lincoln here,
Okay.
you may tuck that if
May
you
reforestation. Yeah, I think we're going to need to do it, right?
Yep. Well, it's every tree you put.
Yep.
Plus, we might lose a tree.
Yeah. Well, let's add 1 right now.
Okay.
So at least we have a little bit more.
All right. So
Cool.
goodbye, clean electricity.
Hey, we
plant.
did actually. We were actually helping Mother Earth
Yep.
deal with this stuff.
All right, I'm playing this low impact wind because I can. And then I am going to activate it by discarding. I don't want to get rid of any of these. I'm discarding this. Ugh.
It
Wow.
sucks. This was good. I want to get to this immediately, though, just so we can reduce crisis tokens. But this other one, it has the regulations on it as well, which would let me... And I have another regulations card, but this is fertilizer efficiency, which seems pretty great to, like, get some of that cow...
Yep.
Nikki only has 1.
Cow stuff. I
I've
have
got
1
2.
cow stuff.
Man,
I'm going to tuck this one
this is so good.
and activate, because then I got 2, what
Wow,
is that,
They're
the
all
grid?
pretty darn good.
2 grid
I know.
thingies.
Usually you want at least a couple of bad cards so you can discard them and not
I'm
worry
going
about
to
it.
discard this card.
To get some clean energy?
Yeah, get a clean energy.
I didn't get either of the tags that I needed, but okay. So,
But that makes it so that I'm ready for the next
Yep.
round, right?
correct. Yeah, that's true. I guess technically I don't have to do this now.
I do want to clean,
need-
but
I don't need this clean energy now. So maybe I'll keep this and not play it yet.
the downer is I also have another one here called Efficient Ocean Shipping, which lets me once per round with 2 innovation symbols remove cars, which, goodness gracious, I got 4 of them.
Right?
I feel, oh, you got 5. Okay, I was going to say, I feel like the U.S.
I'm discarding this.
cloud brightening. Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
I know, they're all good. But I'm discarding this for my early warning systems. We're going to look at this crisis card.
oh
Uh-oh.
my gosh, Dave.
All right.
Uh-oh.
It is discard 1 face-up global project card of your choice. So we would get rid of that. Well, listen, that means we don't have to tuck anything under it, right?
Yeah.
We're about to
Okay.
lose it. Now, we can tuck 2 cards under here to ignore this.
Okay, under that.
Correct. But I mean, this is kind of perfect in a way. Now I wish we'd chosen the other global project, the crazy hard one that we were never going to do.
All right, well, here we go.
Yep.
I'm going to discard this.
That's got regulation.
And I've got 2 of them, so I add 2 green
2
energy.
clean energy.
2. That's just the biggies.
Got it.
Well, I think cows are the reality is we're never getting rid of all these, right? What do you need?
I need clean energy.
Right here.
Thank you. I couldn't see
I
it.
don't know why they're organized into the same bucket, but
All right, here. There's 2.
Thank you.
that's a cow.
Don't have a cow, Lincoln.
It's cattle.
I'm going to leave
1,
that here.
Okay.
2.
Yep.
So I was asking, I mean,
Sure.
basically we're never going to get through all these, right? To clear them all out. It's very
No,
unlikely.
you will likely not ever get rid of all of them, but we have to reduce enough of them to do stuff.
I don't want to...
So none of us are getting rid of any dirty energy, right?
well, I'm contemplating it. See, I have 3 pretty good cards.
Okay.
One of them will allow me... I can't give you cards, which I would love to.
That's fine.
Because you have like 4 cattle.
Yep.
But this one allows you to fertilizer energy, to
Yep.
convert. But I would love to give this to you because I think it might help.
Maybe I'll draw it. I'm sure there's a duplicate of that card.
Do you have a
somewhere.
lot of the pink?
Oh,
What
hang
is
on.
that?
I'm sorry.
Regulation.
For my early warning system, I get a free thing, and I'm going to take an
Infrastructure?
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
Okay, go ahead. What, Nikki?
Pink. Regulation. Do you have any regulation?
I have 2.
Are you thinking of playing them?
I'm actually thinking of doing something weird, which is not playing any of my cards right now.
I want to
and
think
waiting
about
till
holding the
next
rest,
turn.
yeah.
The problem with that is it means that we're not reducing any dirty emissions turn 1.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I want to talk to you about.
Okay, talk to
I
me.
cannot because I already gave Lincoln a card. But next turn, I was thinking maybe I could give you this one because you have so many dirty.
Right?
Discard
Oh.
a card to get rid of 2
Yep.
dirty energy per regulation.
That's pretty good.
But you have to have 2 society.
Oh, well then. Oh, well.
Hey, did I give
No.
anybody... I didn't give anybody any of these yet, the special drawing rights, to get
Nope.
additional tokens. What do you think we need? Nikki needs... Give Nikki a social one for this turn.
Okay. Yeah, so she has 1 of each.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, Dave, I
Don't worry
wanted
about
to
it.
offer
I
that
don't-
to you for
nope.
next turn.
It's a great
Not
card,
now.
but I'm never going to be able to build to it.
Okay. I will use
For
it
one,
for
for one
something.
thing, I don't have the society. I have this society tag, but I don't have any others in my hand.
So
that
when I
want to play,
when I do this, if I discard this card and remove one of these dirty phase outs, I then will be back at my energy level and need to bump it up for the next round, right?
correct.
Yeah. I guess I'll do that since we're okay for this round. I'll
Yeah,
be
you
needing
should.
my thingy.
I mean, if I could do 2 and 2, I would, right? If I could put tag, I can do 2 of these. I can do 2 clean energy, but I can't get rid of more than 1 dirty energy because I didn't draw.
The tokens, the symbol you
the
need.
energy symbol. Well, I did. It's on this impact win that I want to save.
Right. Okay.
So, but hang on, because maybe I'm clinging to these cards too much, and I shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. I think for me anyway, for the first round, I'm gonna
My goal is to try to...
stick with it.
All right,
stay with
Nikki.
this.
Then maybe I will build towards that thing. What do I
Okay.
need? 2 social tags, right?
So you're gonna need 2 social tags in order to do it, and then to do it a bunch of times,
I'll need.
you're gonna need the
Okay.
regulation.
Regulation tags. Okay. In that case, I am gonna tuck this Walkable Cities card behind here.
I can't
Waka
give it
waka.
to you yet, though.
That's fine. But now I
Okay.
have the 2 social tags, and it will also let me draw a card next turn. But you see the card I buried,
Yeah.
right? Which was the get rid of a car.
Yeah, I'd love that one too.
Hey.
But that's 1 thing versus 2, and
This
Okay.
just occurred to me
Yeah.
that because I didn't ask and we just went ahead and
Sure.
did it. But if I hand you a card, are you required to play it
Nope.
on the board?
Nope.
So I can hand you and you can put it in your hand and...
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But it makes sense for me to play this because it gets me a card at the beginning of next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Are we done?
Yes.
Okay.
Weird first turn.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I have too many cards that would be good and
Yep,
could be good, helpful.
Me too. Let's see
Potentially,
if we've shot ourselves in the foot.
All right.
Okay. So check demand.
Ow.
Does anyone? No one has not met their demand.
Right.
All right. So now we add carbon to the emission board. So basically, for every dirty token you have, I have 25. So
Oh, geez.
I have 16.
Oh.
here, you're in charge of this.
So I have 16.
32.
32
bad.
plus 25.
Yeah, it's 57.
Okay.
Wow. That seems awfully high.
14, 15, so yeah, 16. Well,
Okay. 15, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17,
25,
18,
29.
19, 29. All right, get rid of 29 of them.
oh, that's not... Well, okay.
No, it's not bad. It's only going to add one band to the
Yeah,
thing.
only one band. though.
Only one band in the
No.
very first
Oh,
turn.
that's okay. One band is all we
Why
care
do we
about
need to
for
put
this.
that out? We just take those 3 out,
And then
put them in,
put
put
them in.
that
Yep.
in. And then we have these. Okay, let's make some movement on this.
All right, we've added carbon. So now we adjust the thermometer, and now we resolve the planetary effects die. So we need to roll the planetary effects die once, because we're in band number 1. All right, Nikki.
Boop. Weathers.
All right, that's maybe...
And it's only once?
Yep, and it's maybe the best one we could have done.
Okay.
All right, now we resolve the crisis cards. Okay, who has the lowest, the fewest?
We all
ecological-
have the same.
All right, so we're not going to roll the die because it doesn't matter which one of us, because there's only one band on the thermometer, so we would lose one tree only, but we can reduce that by a tag if we have one, and we all have one.
Okay.
So this card does not take any effect at
Oh.
all.
Gosh, I'm glad we don't have to throw those out.
This card gets rid of this,
Okay.
right? Discard one face-up global project of your choice, and
The
dun,
horror.
Dun, dun.
okay, whoever
Drought.
has the lowest, hey, great, takes a community in crisis token per band
Right.
on the thermometer, and you can reduce it by the
We all
thing.
have those.
Wow, done.
And we don't give these up. They're just,
Nope.
we have them.
Nope.
Okay.
That was fantastic. All right, check for victory. Have we won?
No.
All right,
Why not?
advance the round marker
Round 2.
and increase your energy demand. 1, 2, 3.
1. Oh, Dave.
Nah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna be able to get multiple hits on these.
Okay.
It's partly why I'm
So,
doing it.
do we do these now?
We now add crisis cards. So
Okay.
for our next round,
Your house went
Phew.
flying.
All right.
You didn't advance it enough, I don't think, did you?
Well, it got
13.
hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this hits everyone. You're going to take a community crisis for each band on the thermometer, but you can reduce that one per social.
Social right now.
Okay.
And then we're doing 3 cards, 2, 3. All right, we're going to draw 2 global projects.
Okay.
Okay.
And technically, this is the global stage. So my youth climate movement, I get a card from the deck.
Just, okay.
In theory, I get to see this card in case it helps us pick which one of these 2 we want to. Okay. All right. So what do we got? We got, whenever a player starts a local project with a regulation tag, you can reduce your energy demand by 1.
Oh, hey.
This does require someone to have 3 regulation tags.
I have 2 already.
Okay, great, because it's anywhere in your area. It doesn't-
Anywhere.
Yep,
Right.
Not
you have 2.
a
So
row.
if you had a 3rd, then
Or a column.
whenever you...
But I'm afraid of like changing anything that I got going right now because
Right.
these are all reasonably good.
So, but anytime we start one means put one down.
Right.
It doesn't mean take a look.
Yeah,
Activate.
Activate.
Right. What was the other one though? Oof. All right. For 3 or 4
Global
players,
offline.
if we took 2 of the little coins symbols, players may give cards with dirty energy or emission icons on them from their hand to other players. So that would be a way for you to get me. You could have gotten me the cars token or the anything that has anything that has dirty emissions on it. Like, so for
The
example,
light, the
cattle would have been the one.
anything that just
okay.
has dirty emissions on it.
okay.
But that requires 2 of those tags tucked under here. I don't know, man.
to even start.
I think that one's more likely, but I don't even think either of them are likely to actually happen.
Well, it's interesting. This one is better but harder to set up.
Sure.
This one just is de facto happens when it happens.
Right.
So I don't really, to me, I don't care. What do you guys think?
I thought they were both good, but now I'm like, maybe
Right.
they're not.
Well, let's go with this one then, because if you get a 3rd tag down,
Yeah, I don't have
and
another
Nikki
one right
passes me that regulation tag, I'm going to be starting those
Right.
projects, right?
Okay.
now. I mean, I threw out the one I had right here. There was another one of them, that
It's
fertilizer
all right.
efficiency.
You might just draw one.
Okay,
All right. Now give us each 5 local project cards.
sounds like a plan.
And away we go.
I'm not pulling that whole stack
no?
out this time. Okay. Well, I didn't. I was shuffling them.
Yeah, of course.
Oops. Well, it doesn't matter. Be happy that you're getting 5 cards, because,
Yeah.
Just in case.
well, it's going to get horrible, I'm sure.
Ooh.
It's horrible.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No.
Hmm?
No.
So here's an example of what I said before. This could get us 2 trigs, but you have to throw away a social tag for it,
Yee.
for these 2 trees.
Look at this one. It's totally the, I'm just a bill
Yep.
Oh yeah.
totally.
Totally.
sitting here on Capitol Hill
Ooh.
trying to get clean energy standards going in this game.
Well, I got a bunch of regulation tags.
Wow,
so
that's the one you need, Dave. Is there any way I can get you a card?
Nope. But if that global project and we had...
Because this is get rid of the dirty energy.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm going to do better than that with
Okay.
the card Nikki's going to give me.
All right, I got another one that I should maybe try to give you though, and
Well,
I
here's the thing.
can't give you more.
You can
because
give
I
me
need
2
to
if you had more than one of these symbols.
I don't. I did not. I didn't even get one.
I got a lot of them.
So this one, because then this will help you give cards to other people, just like me. It's no different except the symbols on it, and it would give you another one of those pink
I
ones.
think that's less important right
Okay.
now
Okay.
than reducing our...
I might use it to spend.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to do this clean energy standards here,
Yep.
which gives me another, what is it, finance
You're just tucking it, right?
incentive?
Yeah.
Right, but the thing is then I'll activate this by discarding a card. Hopefully I have one. Means I get rid of 2, and then I can potentially get rid of this card so I don't need to deal with dirty energy anymore. Right? Because I'll be down to 1.
Oh, wow. Yeah, true.
Okay.
As long as you can make... Do you have a grid tag? As long as you can make more clean energy to replace it.
Correct. I mean, I still have that right here.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have...
All right, I am definitely doing this.
Okay.
So I do have 3, by the way.
Okay, great.
So what does it do with us? Do for
anytime
us?
you start a project with the pink symbol on it, you reduce your demand down by 1.
Nice. So I'm going to play this card then,
Okay.
which, hey, starts one with those tags on it.
Okay.
And what this is going to do now is every round,
You put it.
I'm just going to go down 1. So I don't need to create more green energy tags. I'm just going to do this. Plus I get another one for doing it in that.
Yep. That's great. Wow.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do, I'm going to discard one of these cards.
Yep. To get rid of 2 dirty energy.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe even more if I get rid of this card. Local farming.
Well, if you get rid of more, then your demand will be in trouble, right?
No, I understand that.
Or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can start another pink and knock it down again.
Right.
Remember, you can start a pink that you don't even bother with and then just cover it.
Right.
Mr. or not?
Yes, hand me that card.
Yes, so I'm doing that one.
That's great. Okay, it requires 2 of those. I have those. So,
It's a mistake. I should have done, oh wait, I could have, right? Discard a card to do that before I did that. Maybe I should do that.
okay, here's what I'm doing. You ready? Here's my turn.
I'm going to do that. So before I do that one thing, I'm going to just rewind that a little bit. I'm going to
Sure.
discard this card,
Okay.
even though it's pretty great.
Yep.
That way I gain a green that you have in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Then I will do the one thing, and I'm in the position I'm at now.
Yep.
And then I'll do probably one of these to get rid of 2 of them, and then
Okay.
that reduces how many we have.
I'm going to
there.
play Systematic Risk
Oh, I
Planning.
still have 2 other cards in my hand. What am I doing?
Here we
I'm
go.
crazy!
Systematic Risk Planning.
Sure.
That gets me 2 of these.
Oh.
Two social
Yeah.
regulation tags.
Nice.
Just let me do my whole turn right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Not my whole turn, but okay.
Well,
Then
Dave,
I'm-
you can also just remove one of your,
Oh, crisis.
yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to play this tree farm
Tree farm.
here.
Yep. It's only 1 farm.
Which I don't have 3 to 4 of those tags, but I started a regulation tag, so that knocks me down to 12. Now I'm going to play Massive Tree Farm.
Okay.
You are
Wow,
going
another tree farm.
nuts,
So now
though.
there's 2 tree farms.
I get
not-
rid of
not
one social tag.
You still don't have tree farms.
I
but
get rid of one social
tree?
tag, and we put out 2 trees.
Double
2
tree.
trees. I love it.
Yep.
I love the trees, Dave.
I'm about to cover it, though.
Oh, boo.
That's okay.
Well.
We got 2 trees out of it. I'm David 2 Trees. And then
Tucci. There it is. David
I'm
Tucci.
going to play... Oh, it doesn't work. It's so close.
Nah, Dave.
All right.
Mwah.
All right. Now I'm going to play my Nikki and...
My fossil
Oh, wait.
fuel thing.
And that reduced also my demand again by 1 because it's a pink tag.
Oh,
and
because
then
of this
I'm-
card, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'm going to play Nikki's fossil fuel nationalization, which is a pink card that reduces my demand by 1.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to discard a card discard a card, and I get rid of
Thermal
2,
solar, man.
I get rid of 2 dirty energy per pink tag.
Right.
So
Nice. You're gonna be
2,
way
4,
low.
6 if I want to. So I'm just going to take the
Yeah.
6 for now, and
You're welcome.
5, 6. I don't think I can do that.
You're going to be in trouble, right? We're going to be... What's
Yeah.
going to happen with your energy?
Oh, you're not going to have enough.
Hang on. I'll build my energy first. Actually, I'll use that discarded card to do this. And I get clean energy.
Is there anything you do to, like I did, where I just did something first to make
Yes.
that a little bit less painful?
I get a clean energy for every... Can I have the card I discarded?
Yep. Hey, man, it's thermal solar. Man.
Right. Do you need anything symbol-wise? Maybe I can...
I know, but I
Help
want you to
you.
take care of some of your stuff. I wish I could give you something back, because I have something that might help you. No, you don't have the... Oh, no, you do have inspiration or whatever. Innovation.
It's a simple thing, but I was waiting for Dave to finish his
Yeah,
thing
all
before
right.
I do it.
I will discard this, sorry.
Hey, another one. Industrial
That allows
electrification.
me to get 2 clean energy.
2 clean.
1, 2. Then, and I can only do that once per the thing, so I will play over that now, my thermal solar, which requires a grid tag, which I have. And now I will discard... Man, I don't have light bulbs there.
Oh, wow. I can't do that. I'll run into the same problem Dave has.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm going to discard this card
yeah.
to remove 2, since I have 2 incentive tags, which puts me exactly at the demand right now. Those Europeans, they're so efficient.
Oh, let's do that.
Then,
Oh boy, do I not want to get rid of that. All right, I'm going to get... Nope, I'm going to discard this.
That's what
oh
I
my
do.
gosh.
That gets me 2 more clean energy.
Oh, that removes cubes, dude.
I know, man.
Oh,
Here we go. Are you done?
Sure,
I'm
I'll
gonna
stop for now.
Try to do my... for now.
Go ahead.
I'm going to do my thing.
yeah.
Here.
The thing.
So I touch that, and then I got to get rid of a card. And I'm going to get rid of this one.
Wow.
I couldn't get it to work. And that means I get 3 clean energy.
Okay.
Oops.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 2. Oops. let's see, I started at 6 and now I'm at 7. Okay. Wait, what did I do?
So who needs special drawing rights? Should I just take one for myself? Nikki's at 3. You've got a couple. These are for the resilience.
Yeah, take one.
They're small.
They're small.
What do you think I would need? What are we worried about right here?
We don't know.
This is once.
I didn't do
Social,
my.
right?
I didn't do my spend a card to flip a thing up because.
Yeah, I know. Why not? You shouldn't have to necessarily.
2.
You
All
had
right.
a bunch of good stuff happen there, which
Here.
you still haven't got. Are you getting rid of 6 power?
I'm getting rid of 4, I think. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4 keeps my demand.
No, it doesn't. Puts it below, doesn't it?
No.
You're removing 4. Oh no, you have one hidden.
Yeah,
I didn't see.
there's one hidden.
Okay.
All
well,
right. Go ahead.
you have 3 of these now?
No, it doesn't matter. If any player has 3.
I'm just saying you can do that now too.
I did it. I did it 3 times. Every time I played one of these cards, I went down by 1 because
Nice,
you
nice.
had the 3.
Okay. Cool. It is any player?
Any player, yeah.
Nice.
It's not per player. It's just if
Great,
anyone has
fantastic.
3.
Well, now you have 3. I have 4 now.
All right, I'm discarding that to use
Community-
fossil fuel notification,
wealth.
and I'm only getting rid of 4 of these because of demand reasons.
Right.
All right.
Well, you got to keep people with their power.
But come on, man, that's pretty good.
Yep.
I don't.
Now you
Yeah.
need to deal with some of those other things.
I don't remember. Did we need more shield things for that?
Well, you.
Oh, you can pick one. Why don't you just get another?
It depends. Do you have a card?
Remember, we don't know what's going on.
Do you have a
here.
card you're willing to
Okay.
discard?
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I can. I'm going to discard this, and I'm
Okay.
trying to decide if I discard it to do this or this.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. If you could get rid of 2 more dirty energy, right?
If I discard,
That gets rid of 2.
yeah, and I did.
You can do it again.
Yeah, it doesn't say you can't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
because
do
I
it
gave
again.
myself enough.
That's what I would do. That gets rid of 2 fewer carbon emission
Okay,
cubes, and
so
then
there we go.
you can cover this
Right. That's
because you never need to deal with dirty energy.
It's what I'm trying to figure out
2.
right now. If
Got
I
it.
should do it one more time to get rid of this and then move into the next, because if I keep this active, I should be okay.
Right?
I won't be okay this round, though.
Oh, I
That's
see
the
what you're
problem.
saying. So you're trying to figure out if you should just ignore that 1 dirty energy for the rest of the game, or get rid of it. Just leave it there for now, because if you get rid of it now, then you don't meet your demand.
Exactly. Well, there
Just
are
wait
other
till
things.
next turn. Remember, you can get rid of it next turn and then immediately cover it.
Well, my concern is we haven't reduced these enough. Now you've gotten rid of 4.
I did.
At least, and more, right?
I'm about to be able to get rid of a bunch of stuff
Hey, that's the one I have. Or no, it isn't.
because of the pink tags.
Yeah.
I need the bridges, but other than that, I have to draw bridges, basically.
Okay. So I think I might pause here as well. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
The number's above.
13.
The
Oh, yeah,
numbers
that's right.
are-
Yeah. So 14. So maybe I
You
do
know
what
what
I'm doing here.
I'm going to do this. Since it doesn't matter where the columns are, I'm going to move this column to here, where it doesn't interfere with the crisis cards.
Ugh. I don't
Here we
really
go.
care about that one.
Oh, I'll do this. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this
I'll
one.
hold on to them though. Yep.
And give me 3 clean.
They're right there in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any lightning bolt,
1,
yeah.
2, and 3. And now I'm kind of set for
A turn or two.
a turn or 2.
As long as it's a card you don't mind getting rid of.
If you get
that's
these
the thing
going
to do.
though,
Okay.
Me? Yeah.
you can reduce your demand.
Crazy.
I mean, we may lose this now, but at least people took advantage of it this turn.
100%. I don't think we will lose it. But
Okay.
you never know.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
I'm
then.
done too. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm out of cards actually.
All right then. All right, check your demand. Everybody meets their
Yeah.
demand.
Yeah.
Just barely.
All right, let's add carbon to recent emissions. I'm going to add 21, Lincoln.
14, right? Okay, so it's 35. What do you got, Nikki P?
12.
47. 10, 20. 30, 40.
You also added a 2
5.
this round, right?
7. I did not. We should add one, yeah.
It
I don't
doesn't
have to.
cost-
I don't have to discard anything. I didn't do
Okay.
it. You did it, right?
I did 2.
Yeah, that's what we had. Okay,
So
and
that's.
then
Go ahead.
Just thinking about everything else that we might have overlooked, but yeah, definitely don't want to forget that. Okay.
All right, so 2032.
Wow, that's great. What is this little windmill for? Or a fan?
That's another thing we can add to the board
Ah.
that also gets rid of cards.
Hey, look at this though. This is bad. We're already down to the second level here.
No, are you kidding? We only went up one band?
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Seems so.
We're actually doing really great.
Is that right?
Yeah?
I don't know.
No, those stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we have to roll the planetary die twice.
That dice or that dice?
This one.
Planetary dice, yes, thank you, not that dice.
Here's one. Fish.
Okay?
Sorry,
And
fish.
number 2. What is
Mountains.
that? Mountains?
Tipping point.
Is there any
Okay.
way to stop that from happening?
Nope.
Okay.
We don't have any abilities. All right, so we are going to take 2
Cubes per,
cubes.
and put them on the thing per player.
Yep,
So 6.
yep. So just take a 5 and a 1.
Yep. Oof.
And that's all right, at least it didn't bump it up.
Well, this horrible stuff hasn't happened yet.
I know,
Okay.
I know.
All right, we're done with that. Now, okay, everybody takes a community crisis. So everyone's going to need 2 community crisis cards. You can reduce that by your social
So I have 2.
community and crisis.
But Nikki's going to take one,
I only
right?
have 1.
So you take 1 community and crisis.
Okay.
That's this card. All right, next up. Let's just put them here. All right.
Oh, another one.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's exactly the same thing, except in this case, you reduce it by infrastructure. I have 1, so I take 1.
And Nikki takes one as well.
Yeah.
And I do too.
Thank you. I guess.
The game was too easy so far. And then the last one is whoever has the lowest ecological. Who is that? We're all tied.
At 1.
All right, now we got to roll. Here,
No, lose the.
I rolled a 3.
All right, 3.
You can use the thing.
I'm going to use a thing. I have a 1.
That's going to be you probably.
Great. And a 5.
All
So
right.
what do I do?
You are the lowest. The players with the lowest ecological resistance loses 1 social resistance and 1 ecological resistance.
Okay, then that's my game plan for the next turn to get
Yeah,
some of those
hopefully.
back.
Well, I will give you one too.
Yep. All
Provided I
right.
still have all this stuff in front of me.
But, all right, check for victory. Did we win?
No.
Advance
No.
the rand marker. Everybody increase your energy demand by whatever it needs to be. In my case, it's 3.
Crisis cards.
And now we're on to the next round. All right, so we put out 3. Oh, that was the wrong place for that. Okay, the first one that we can see is heat waves. 1 community band per temperature, and you can reduce that by
Social.
We just saw that, and then we don't know what this one is, and we don't know what this one is.
Next round is 4.
The next has to be this band.
It will be there, won't it?
It might not be because we only added 1 band last time. We're doing great here.
Correct, but we also have a lot more stuff filling this round. We only have 1 cube that
Oh
takes
yeah,
it.
you're right. You're probably right.
We're probably going to hit 2.
Oh yeah, we probably will. You're absolutely right. We'll know. We'll never know. All right, 2 global projects.
Please be good.
All right, dirty energy, which I don't think we care about. Yep. Wow, I don't think we care about either of these, but here we go. Well, whenever a player takes local action that removes any number of dirty energy, they can remove as many as they like. Where was that one when we needed it?
Yeah, serious.
Would have been good for me.
One
but
could have
you're
gotten-
in good shape on that one.
Yep. When a player takes a local action on a card with a nuclear tag that generates clean energy tokens, they double the number indicated.
What is this one?
So, if you took...
Here, I discarded this card. I
Sure.
think that works with that one, and I
Yes,
discarded
if you
it last
took
turn.
if you took nuclear program energy, it would be doubled. So instead of
She would
2
get 4.
per, it would be 4 per. Yeah. So these are 2 local actions that don't the global projects that don't make any difference. So it doesn't matter which one we
Sure.
pick because I don't think we're doing any of them. Right?
Okay.
Well, who? Okay.
5 cards.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We just put one out, discard the other one.
But that maybe will happen.
that's-
This isn't. Everybody's
Yes,
doing
you're right. You're
okay.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Nikki. I apologize because you
Jeez.
will need clean energy in theory to meet your demand. Okay, I need bridge tags,
Please.
also
What are they
known as
called?
infrastructure.
There we go.
I need social. Social.
No, I mean tags.
On your
Oh,
cards, yeah.
tags.
I need a bridge tag. Okay, I got one. Excellent. Ooh,
Wow.
Oh, wow, this is fantastic.
Oh, Dave's just getting all the cards.
And thank you, Nikki. Does this have to be, what do we need to tuck to make this work?
C.
You're right. You were totally right. We need, wow, two innovation tags.
Wow.
In the thing.
Isn't this just like get rid of any one dirty energy thing? I mean, carbon emissions?
That is, yes, that's
Wow.
any type.
That card's going out. I'm definitely putting that one out.
Look, yeah, you need 5 tags. And remember, every
No, it's
time
2 to 4.
Right, but anytime you add one,
Yeah,
you also reduce your demand by 1. Don't forget.
right. Well, it's going to go in this pile here probably.
Okay, let's figure out which cards. Okay, I need to save this, and I need to save this, and I need to save this. So these cards I can get rid of.
Who needs to probably be more importantly to remove one of their crisis tokens? You guys have both 2. You both.
Probably Nikki, because she has fewer resistance tags.
Okay, yeah, take one off Nikki P.
Oh, thank
Lincoln
you.
is removing one of those. You never found those tags to do more? Or is it too many tags to get to
Oh, wait,
2?
hold on. It's 3. I need to have 4 to get to the next level.
Oh, then don't worry about it.
But I might do that right now. Hold
That's
on.
a lot of cards you have to
I
waste.
have a lot of cards in my hand right now, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, put that back for now.
All right, well, while you're thinking of doing that, I'm going to discard this
Yep,
to get rid of all of my dirty energy.
nice. Still
Well,
not
we'll
worried
see.
about that other card.
We'll
and
see.
stuff
I
yet.
haven't met my demand yet, so we'll see what happens.
Well, this here, if you have any nuclear.
Well, that's not activated till we put 3 cards under it.
Okay.
I didn't get any of the, what's the light bulbs called again? Innovation on my cards. I can't tuck anything there. I have a question. Does anybody have like a ton of factories and they have no way of getting rid of them?
I have factories.
Okay.
But before you
It's
do...
not a great card, but it does get rid of factories.
Wetland restoration. Oh my gosh.
All right, well, before you do anything like that, Nikki, let me do this.
What is the wetland?
It's the same. It adds more water.
Oh.
Ocean.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, what do my tags? Do you want
I
to
need
try to
I
give
need
it to
one
me?
that you've already given me once. I have one, including that card. But to really make it work, and I don't really want to cover this up, right? What forest is just as valuable, and this is let's see what's the comparison. They're exactly this. Oh no, 2 to 4 gives it to me here, but I need 5 to go to the next level.
I wouldn't worry about that. I think we're doing good here. If we can
For now.
If we can just get for now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm playing fossil fuel subsidy bans. I'm covering this. That's why I got rid of this.
Right.
I'm not even sure I can meet my demand. I'm just going for it. Because this will now allow me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. It allows me to draw 2 cards. May I have 2 cards, please? Come on. And that is a pink tag. It knocks me down 1 for my demand. Oh, the requirements are killing me.
Larry.
Anybody have a way to get me some ecological or
It
social?
has to be Dave. Tokens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do right with this one here. I'm actually trying to bump it up as well, but I don't think I'm going to make it.
Okay.
I need more of the regulations. Why did I think it was something else? What is this one here? Okay, that requires 2. Let me put this one here. That puts it at 2. And if I can get to a third one.
All right.
Oh, this is
I am
terrible.
going to...
I don't have it. Does anybody... Do you have a regulations tag, Nikki P? Pink.
No, I haven't. I've been feeding them to Dave.
She gave me 1 last round, but I have no way to get cards to you.
Yeah, I understand.
However,
I still do, but I don't know what to give you.
Look at this
Right.
thing. I'm going
Like
to
to
play
help
this
you
green
out.
steel.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm going to try to help
That
you.
knocks me
get
down
to
by 1.
The problem is the card that I have that does that stuff. Well, did I do this? Oh, that was a while ago.
Sadly, I do not have the 2 requirements to knock this down.
Because I needed to get it to that point.
But, I'm gonna play this. That knocks that down by 1. And now, if I discard a card, I can get rid of stuff here finally.
Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to also put this card in here and then activate this. You can remove 2, Nikki P. of
2.
It's probably
These?
any one, yeah. Just get rid of the 2.
Okay.
And then I'll
Thank
take
you,
care of
sir.
Dave next time.
Great. That's fine. Oops. You got him?
My board. Okay.
All right, I'm getting rid of this.
Okay.
I'm discarding that to get rid of...
Well, Nikki, I can give you either one of the...
Well, I'm going to
what is
get
it?
rid of this and draw 3 and keep 1, and hopefully it'll be something
Did
that
you-
helps me with
What
this
about just
stuff.
getting one of those?
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, then you're going to get the other one. You'll have one of each.
Okay, so
Because
do
I'll do
this.
that. I don't think I can do it this round.
And draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep 1. I just did the draw 3, keep 1, and I know you showed us this type in the teach, but I forgot how they work.
Oof. Okay, so you are going to... You're going to roll the...
They're both sulfur. They're the same card.
Yeah.
You're going to roll a d6. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then you're going to add to that number every one of these cloud tags.
Okay.
Geoengineering tags, which do you have any on the board
No,
right now?
no.
So you'd be adding 1 for the thing. So you're rolling
Yeah.
a 2 to a 7, basically.
Okay.
If you roll a 2 to a 4, then... So here's what this does. It adds 2 crisis cards. That's bad.
Oh, yeah.
It temporarily removes a band. But then the band comes back at the end of the round. So what happens is this would go away. So for purposes of per band here, there'd be 1 fewer band on the board.
Each round.
No, just that round. Just for the round you activated the card. Then when this marker moves from 3 to 4, this band would come back.
Right.
So it temporarily takes this away.
Okay.
Now, that can be great if the last band is going to immediately lose the game. Because
right.
if we put the 8th band on the thing, we would immediately lose the game. That would also save us because what if it was like, what if all of these were something per band?
Right.
And there were 4 bands out there. If you could
Could.
take it,
You never know.
If you could roll a 7 or more and remove 2 bands,
Right.
like if you could remove 2 bands right now, then this would be 0.
Oh.
Because there'd be no bands to activate this. Well, there would be because remember we're going to add the carbon
Right.
first
There'd
and
be
then
one
adjust the
more.
thermometer.
Okay.
But the point is, it temporarily removes them away. I don't know how best to use that card.
Yeah.
So I tend to ignore it. All right. Okay. So here's what I did. I did things in the wrong order on my turn. So this I'm going to take back, which means this comes back. And this I'm going to take back, which didn't do anything. That I'm not going to take back. So instead of playing this, I am going to play... Oh, and that added 1 more to my demand. Actually, that added 2 more to my demand. Let me not cheat here. Okay. So what I meant to do was play this first. Because now I have 3 of those, and that adds a tree.
Okay.
So please add a tree.
Well, let me just shift that to a 5 and take out, well, we already had 5, but add
Right.
1, so I'll take that out. So we have 21 trees.
Then I meant to play this, like I did.
I meant to do that.
That reduces my demand by 1 because it's the regulation tag. I can't do this thing because I don't have 2 of the little coin symbols.
You mean incentives?
Yep. Then I'm going to play this greening. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Then I'm going to do the thing that I did. That takes that down. And then I already discarded the card. In fact, you didn't give it back to me, which is fine. And that gets rid of this. All right. I am now caught up.
Okay. You're still not making your demand.
Nope, but I am going to discard this.
I feel like we should have got rid of the crisis tokens from you.
It's okay, hang on. That gives me 2 clean energy. And then I'm going to discard this.
Do it again.
And that gives me 2 clean energy, yeah.
Okay. Well, you got more to do, Nikki?
I was just discarding those two.
Okay.
Because of your 3.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Okay. You can go ahead, Nick.
Oh, no, you.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. I haven't given you any tokens yet. Since I don't have any more regulation. Icons. I will, because I really need to actually put this into effect.
Well, first off, did you add a tree?
I did not.
Okay.
And then I will go back 1 efficiency regulation from that. And then should I just get rid of 1 to just completely... I will be activating another one that would bring my demand down 1 more.
So you don't need to reduce your dirty energy anymore, right?
I do need to do this though, for sure.
Right.
Well, I've only taken 1. I'm gonna
okay.
activate another thing that will give me 1 more back on this.
Okay, great.
And then I don't have to worry about it.
Yes,
I'd like to get as many carbon things out anyway.
Sure.
And part of me is just thinking, well, let's just do it. And then I don't. That's 1. Because everything else is just going to deal with 1 of these per round, right? We only have a few more rounds.
Right.
So I think I will discard a card. The downer is I have another great one that's like this, but it's not quite as great, the wetland reforestation. So I'm going to discard that to get rid of my last dirty energy.
Okay.
Then I'm going to start this, which will, then I don't need this anymore. And this is going to be a circular economy.
That reduces your demand by 1 because it's got a regulation tag on it.
And then I'm also going to activate this just automatically and get to remove any carbon thing. So I'm just going to start taking stuff off.
Sure.
Nice.
And let's see, what else can I do here?
Do you have anything that plays over your trees that uses the sprout tags? Because I don't think...
I wish.
We might not need to worry about adding trees anymore, as crazy as that sounds.
Well, I just tossed the one that adds oceans. Should I toss another card instead of that one?
What tags does it use?
It's right here.
Let me see.
It uses the sprouts. I can just replace the trees for the...
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so let me discard another card.
Yeah, that'd be great, because then you basically do 2 in 1 turn, right?
Do I need that? Oh, I kind of need that.
You never know what to toss.
I'll get rid of this one here.
Okay.
And then I'll do the wetland reforestation. And then that's 3. So that gives me another... It puts 1 wetland down right now.
Yep.
So
Once per turn, right?
Yeah. And you're going to still be able to do trees as well?
We've only got 3 more turns. So I don't think the value we're getting out of the trees matters as much as things we can do to, A, reduce carbon, but more importantly, B, I think getting a tree in an ocean in 1 turn is better than getting a tree and then a tree in the next turn.
Nikki, take one of your resilience tokens, whatever one you need, because you're going to add one for yourself, right? Yeah.
This one is, well, we know for a fact you're going to need this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's right here on the crisis card.
All right. Okay. I am going to...
Paris, France,
and play this one.
Okay.
Boom.
Because you don't care anymore about dirty energy.
No, unless I get it again.
You won't. You can't get it again.
Okay. Then I will get rid of this card.
Okay.
To get 3 infrastructure, because it's 1 per those.
Nice.
That's good.
That is
not
good.
what you need, but...
Hey, it might be, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
1, 2, 3.
Then I'm going to put this one down here. And that is going to be... I need to have 2.
Which you do.
So I do.
Yep.
I get rid of 1 house.
Nice.
Thing.
Residential.
Then
carbon footprint.
I am going to get rid of 1 to take an ecological symbol here.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
There's, at least I got 1 of each.
Okay. And what are you going to do with your last card?
Well, I can't. I mean, I can put it, but I can't use it.
You want to save it or?
I'm going to save it and see what happens since I can't use it anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
You're done too, Lincoln?
I think so. I was going to try to figure out a way to get more social. I have a card, Universal Basic Services, so it's.
Excuse me.
It's. I'm using this right now, and I'm going to use it one more time for you.
But
maybe
that's
the
per
next
symbol.
time. Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty great.
So that's 3 right now, but it'll bring you down to 1, to 0. Well, we're going to all have more now here in a minute. So let's just go for
Let's
this.
just see what
I'll hope
happens.
that,
All right, so check demands. Everybody meet their demand?
yeah.
All right. Add carbon to recent emissions. I am adding 16.
I have 12, so
Oh.
28.
11.
So 39.
39. Holy moly. Hold on, before you even put 39 out. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Just put out 4.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, see, that's what I meant about the trees.
Right. Well, for now. There's going to be some horrors here in a moment.
True.
Okay, well, that's
All right.
great.
Sequester carbon, we did that. Add to the thermometer. So 3 go here, right?
Yep, and these all
And
go
we
back.
add a band.
Yep. Well, at least it wasn't 2, which is what I thought was going to happen.
That's pretty amazing. All right.
Well, look at that pile that you got going on over there.
This is I don't think I've ever seen a stack this deep, and my other ones have been completely untouched for the most part.
Right.
All right, the planetary effects die needs to be rolled 3 times, however.
Okay. That might mess it up.
Yeah. Could help, though.
1
Fish.
fishy.
Okay,
Tilt.
we lose 1 wave per player. Goodbye, 3 waves. Next.
Hey, trees don't matter, but
And a 2. The snowflake
Okay.
permafrost.
All right, so 2 carbon cubes per player go up here. So put 6 here.
yep. Too busy patting ourselves on the back.
I know.
No, come on.
And
we're
here's
doing
the last
We're
one.
doing
We
good.
haven't even hit this stuff yet.
It's true.
Another
Fish again.
fish.
Yeah.
That's
What
fine.
does that say?
That's
Fine.
fine.
We're reducing the amount of fish.
Okay, everybody adds 1, 2, 3 community and crisis tokens.
Yeah, we lose cards
Reduced by
now. Oh, yeah,
this.
cool.
So for me, I get 1.
I get 1. Nikki gets 2.
Okay.
Okay, you did it, Link.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not
Oh,
saying
wait. We have 2. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying we can't get crushed.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get crushed.
All right, clean coal. After this card is triggered in the crisis stage, place all future crisis cards face down, meaning there is no forecast.
Right.
This is ongoing, so it basically stays. If we tuck 2 handshakey symbols behind it, then
Social.
that
Or no,
goes away.
Society.
Yep. All right. Who has the lowest infrastructure?
You and me.
All right, we've got to roll it up. The player with the lowest adds 1, 2, 3 community and crisis tokens. 5, it's probably going to be me. Go ahead, put it in there for
Okay.
me, since that's what you want me to do.
5.
Couldn't be worse.
2. You want to touch it first? Or?
Yeah. go
Okay.
ahead.
5.
All right.
Hooray.
You're going to lose 2. You're going to get 2, right? Not 3, but 2,
Yeah, I
because you can
understand.
reduce it.
I just lose cards now.
All right, this goes away. That's ongoing. All right, do we win? No. Advance the round marker and increase your energy demands. All right, we put out 3 crisis cards and we don't get to see any of them.
Sure, that helps. We don't have to figure it out. There you go.
Sure.
Yeah, it speeds the game along. All right.
Multicultural,
Ooh.
multi-country.
Each player
insurance
draws
pool.
an additional local project card during the global stage, so this will not take into effect until next round. And it requires a regulation tag per player, so it needs 3 regulation tags to take effect. This needs 1 incentive tag, and once per round you can ignore the effects of a crisis card. Oh, that would have been good last round.
Right.
So
Well, we
if,
need it now.
Yep, I agree.
What does it do?
It allows one player, in the last example it could have been Lincoln, to just completely ignore any card that can be reduced by infrastructure.
Oh, okay.
So this card can be reduced by infrastructure, and since it can be, if we had tucked a card here and we had this global project, this card can be completely ignored.
Oh, all right.
So this is clearly the one.
Okay.
All right, deal out cards.
Don't you move those down?
No.
No,
not yet.
they stay there, and they were added to when we add stuff to there.
Oh, okay.
2. And that's all I get.
Well, Nikki can give you a card.
Not necessarily.
4, 5.
Okay.
Okay,
Well-
Lincoln, I got a sprout thing. Is that
Yeah,
still something?
we need 2 more. I did not get one, of course.
Okay, here. I can add this to that, right? We only need 1 to activate that?
Yeah.
Okay, done. Add that.
Do I have any of those? I do.
That's one I'm never going to play,
Sure.
so I might as well do it. All right, well, I don't need dirty energy, so let us... Here, let's play this. Forest
Wait,
Rare-
I had Nikki remove 2. She's got 1 more. We're not there yet. I didn't end up doing it. Whatever
Oh,
happened.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I get
sorry,
one
that
more
was a mistake.
social
We'll
problem.
have to put a note on the thingy.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I don't need dirty energy anymore, so let me play... everything I have brings up my demand is the thing. All right, I'm going to play this and add a tree, Lincoln.
Sweet. I don't do that anymore, but I will add an ocean.
Yep.
So, here we go.
There you go. You just got back what we lost,
No.
essentially.
Still short 1.
Well, we lost an ocean and a tree. Or we
Lost
lost
3
two,
oceans.
two
3.
oceans,
3.
right? Oh, 3. You're right, 1 per player. Damn. You are correct. Okay.
Well, I don't care about this one, so I'm going to put this here
Okay.
and remove 2 from me.
Yes. Makes sense. Okay,
Question.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
House? What?
That means increase demand and then remove a thing.
Remove the car.
Ay, okay.
That's all right. I mean, as long as you can make...
Because I can do... Oh, it's only once, even
Yeah.
if it's this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, and you can do it once per tag.
Right,
So you can do it...
once this turn. But
Correct.
I'm going to do it.
Correct. Well, remember, just placing this down reduces your demand by 1 because of this global project, because it has the pink regulation tag on it.
So that means what?
So when you play this card, this global project says if you start a regulation tag, go down by 1. So this demand will go to 8.
Oh, let me do it right now.
Okay.
We're placing this electric vehicle
Avenue.
subsidies.
Okay.
Subsidies.
It is a pink, so because of this goes down 1.
Yep.
And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can do the lower one.
Yep. So that increases your demand by 1,
So it goes back up.
and you can get rid of either a car or a factory.
So I will just get rid of a car.
Yep.
Nice. Do these matter? Will there be an instance where whatever we have here could be a problem? Do you know? Do you know what I mean? Like whatever type of carbon we have?
No.
Okay, good.
They're all the same as far as the planet is concerned. As
Right,
far
but
as
I
the
just wonder
carbon.
if there was any kind of these things that might
No, the
affect
only
that.
reason that they matter is because some things only take away certain things,
Right, yeah.
or some projects only affect things. Now, you don't have any more regulation tags, but if you had a second regulation tag and you could tuck it behind,
I do.
is it a card you want to keep?
No.
Okay, then let's pretend like you didn't do this. Pretend like you played this one first. Play this one.
Right.
Yep, play this one first.
Okay.
Okay. Then activate it and draw a card.
Okay.
Okay. Now you play this one.
And we do all that.
And you did what you did, but this allows you to do it once per that symbol. So now you have 2 of those symbols. So you do it again. You can increase your demand one more, and you can get rid of another card.
Another car.
Yeah.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yes.
And if you get a third one next turn, you can tuck it behind, and then
Okay.
you can get rid of 3 cars.
Okay.
You have to increase your demand by 3, but if you can make enough clean energy to cover, then you're good.
I don't even have anything that really discards cards anymore. I'm starting to get like too many cards in my hand.
Interesting.
None of my things require cards to be discarded.
And nothing in your hand has a discarded card thing?
I mean, I have things that for sure that would let me do that, but I don't want to cover up any of this stuff.
Can you just tuck more tags to do?
Well, I'm going to
stronger
do that.
things?
I'm going to do this here,
Okay.
which lets me now give 2, and I'll probably give them to myself.
Yeah. I would.
I guess just one of each that I don't, so that they're all balanced, I
Yeah.
guess.
Make them 2, 2, and 2. That makes sense.
Okay, and then
I haven't done this yet because, man.
Lincoln, what kind of tag or card are you hoping for? Because I still have this. I can give a card to somebody.
right.
Do you have any solar energy?
Well, if I were to get another regulations tag, I can then do 3 of these things to people. That's
If-
the pink.
The pink. Okay.
If you have a solar energy, I am in desperate need of being able to make clean energy.
Solar energy, is that the plug?
That's the little yellow grid.
I
yeah.
haven't even seen those.
Can you afford to give that up?
Yeah, because I was going to spend it.
Great.
But I was going to give Lincoln this one. So
Okay.
he could.
He needs the power. Just go ahead and give it to him.
I'm okay. If I miss my demand by 1, that's just one of these. I'm going to have to take them eventually. So
Right.
if you think you need that more than I
I mean,
do,
all
that's
it's
fine
going
with me.
to, I don't need it now. I mean, it would have been good because then I would have gotten 1 extra one, but the next round, and I'm still going to generate 2 the next round, so somebody else can have 2.
Okay.
You know, Nikki could be bumped up, you could get bumped up. You only have 1 of each as well. Nikki's got more tokens at least than you do too. She's got 6, as do I.
Well, here's the thing. I can tuck 1, so I could do this move twice, but the one I'm tucking is the one I was going to give to you.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Do you have the solar panel stuff for Dave?
I do have a solar
Give
panel
him that
thing.
for sure. You can still do those other things for yourself.
Well, I was trying to. No, for you. I was
Do
trying
you
to
have
do
a?
it for you.
Do you have
No,
a
I'm
2nd one?
okay.
I do, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
The second one was the one I was going to give to Lincoln.
That's hilarious.
So I cannot do that.
That's what I'm saying. Just do
I
that.
would
Do
s-
twice.
Right.
So this is for you for
Thank you.
1.
Thank you. Well, I could either tuck it or play
I
it.
would tuck it, and then that way you could potentially. I mean, I wished I had some stuff to funnel cards to people. It really would be great.
You know what? Here, I'm going to tuck this one anyway.
So that you can give 2 cards next turn?
I'm going to do that. And then Lincoln, I'm going to give you.
I have 5 cards.
I'm going to give you this one because I think you
That will
said
allow you to
you've
discard
had
a
too
card
many
and do stuff.
cards, and you can discard a card.
Yeah, but where do I put it?
I don't know
At this point, I don't think I can afford to do anything.
because it will get
Because
rid
this,
of
I
a
have to do
factory.
this right now. Keep that going. Yes, but I need to. If I could keep making sure that I do a pink regulations card, then I could keep up on this. But if I don't, I need to then figure out how to get green energy because
I could give you this one, and that just
Wow.
as long as you have 2 of the social, you can get rid of a car.
Nice.
Oh, I see. Because your green energy became the -1 demand.
Yeah.
Got it. So you can never cover that again without getting green energy.
Unless this
That's interesting.
by miracle stays in play.
That's an interesting dilemma, right? Because you could cover. Well, here's the thing. Let's say Nikki gives you this card, and
Right.
let's say you keep it and don't use it.
Right.
She just gives it to you because giving it to you now means. And then let's say next turn, right? You reduce your energy demand, right?
Right.
Then you play this card over that, because this card will let you discard 3 times and get rid of 3 factories.
Well,
Once-
that's only do that once, but yes.
Once per symbol.
Right.
So you can get rid of 3 discards and get rid of 3 factories in 1 turn. Yes, you're covering up your demand reduction, but that might be enough to take us into
to the end of the
drawdown.
turn. Yeah, if I can just draw 1 pink card and activate it, regulations.
I'm saying taking some community crisis
understand.
tokens might be worth it.
Right.
Even if you don't use it, I think you should accept this card from her.
Okay.
Accept my card.
And think of it as a possibility for next turn, because
Sure.
wait till you see what you draw.
Right.
And then a question.
Okay.
I've got this one that has this little fan symbol on it.
Right. So this is increase your demand and add a fan to the board. So the fan is, let me see what they actually call it, is direct air capture. It's like a tree or an ocean wave. It's another piece of wood on the board that sucks up a carbon cube.
Oh, are we
Everything right
in
now
trouble?
is okay too, with
Right.
as far as these advances. So
I don't think,
it's just if they happen
I don't
more than once.
think, first off, it requires,
I don't have to yet.
then don't worry about it.
Okay.
By turn 4, you can't, I don't think you can start thinking about cards that need requirements you don't have anything of.
Okay.
Your ability to build to this seems
Not going
Right.
to work.
right.
All right.
You're better off giving that card next turn to one of us if we have, I mean, I only have 1 innovation.
Well,
and Lincoln
this
only
is
has
happening.
1.
I'm just going to do this. We'll take one of those off.
Okay.
So that, I mean, I'm not going to be able to increase it. It doesn't matter. This card's a weird, it's cool. It's anything.
Yeah.
But the next step is just, I also get to, if I can get it to 5, then I don't even have to worry about this card anymore. But that's not going to happen.
Well, remember,
I need 3 cards to do
at some
it.
point you don't have to worry about that card because you might want to just intentionally take these tokens
Right,
in
well-
hopes that we get to the end of the game.
Sure. Well, I'm also trying to reduce the carbon. I mean, that's
Yep.
priority.
Well, I'm about to do that same thing. So I am going to discard this to activate this. That gets me 3 clean energy. 1. I have nothing. I can't look at these things on my cards anymore because I have to discard stuff. Because I can do this twice. So I'm going to discard my last 2 cards.
Okay.
And that gets rid of a factory and a factory.
Well, I'm going to discard this one to get a social or an ecological. We don't know what's going to come up, but I feel like I need to get another
Okay.
shield.
There you go.
And that was this.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to discard this one, draw 3 and keep 1. Maybe it'll be...
Okay, hang on.
What is that saying to do there?
Did you do this already this turn?
No.
Okay, then you can do it. She's just hoping to find a good card.
Yeah, symbol.
To save, or
Yeah.
just something to save for next time.
I'll remove 1.
So what is this one? Direct air I mean, what it's doing is removing carbon, but what is... I
direct-
saw that little fan, but what...
It just goes on the board. It acts like acts
okay.
like a piece of ocean
Sure,
or
neato.
a tree.
That'd be awesome.
So
Ooh.
I could do that one, but I won't have. These are my 3. I won't have a card to discard to help anybody yet.
Right. Well, you want in theory, you want the regulation tag, if for no other reason, forget the action on the card, to tuck behind here, because that will allow you to do this 3 times instead of twice.
Oh.
Remember, when you're doing it once per regulation tag.
Sure. Okay, I'll keep it. Okay,
Does
here
that
we
make
go.
sense?
Yeah. So these will go away.
Yeah.
I will keep this one, and I'm gonna tuck it right now.
No, save it.
Save it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
I'm gonna save it.
because tucking it now, you can't take any advantage of it right now.
All right. These are getting all smushed
Yeah,
together.
I know.
Smushed.
Do you think we're going to be able to reduce... I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's such incremental. I mean, at least
Well,
you got
this
3.
hurts, right? Having an extra 6 hurts this
Yeah.
round.
For sure.
But yes, I think without the 6, we might have been in drawdown this turn.
Right.
Right? I got rid of 2 of these. Nikki got rid of 2 of hers.
Right.
You got rid of
1.
1 for sure. That's 5. We were only 4 over last round.
Right.
I think we might have a chance. It all depends on how
Yeah,
bad
what
and
that
this-
horror
Yeah,
story is.
all the bad
That's-
stuff, right?
I'm
It's all gonna
really
depend.
worried about that.
You can't worry about it, right? All right. Are you done? Are we all done?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone meet their demand?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Add carbon to the boards. I'm adding 14.
I'm adding 11.
I'm adding 9.
So 20, 34.
Minus what?
Nothing.
Oh.
Well, 30. Oh, yeah. Just add the 34 this time because we've got some on the board already.
Mm-hmm.
You can just add 35.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And remove the cube.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 34. Exactly what we made.
Oh.
Okay, so we need to...
So we have 6 left.
Yeah, okay.
So the cube comes back.
We're not even adding a band.
Nice.
Oh.
We're not even adding a band. See, I'm telling you, I think we have a chance for next round, but we got to survive.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this stuff here is going to
Yep.
kill us.
All right, 3 planetary effects dice rolls.
Okay. Someone else want to
Go for
try
it.
their luck?
You're doing good.
I don't know. There is the tree stump.
Okay.
Boom. What is that anyway?
Dieback of the Amazon. It's bad.
Oof.
Okay, 1.
Yeah. Ooh, don't do that one.
Here's a
again.
2. Sun.
Beautiful.
And 3. That is...
Deforestation.
Beautiful. Excellent rolling. All right,
Okay.
crisis cards. Here we go.
Oh, no.
All right, everyone.
Yuck.
Discard 1 card per temperature band from their hand or play area.
Right.
But you can reduce it by social. So 3 cards.
I have to discard 1.
I have to discard
We all. Nikki has to
1.
discard 2.
I only have 1 card, so I
No.
have to take 1 from here.
Sure.
You don't even have to discard this. You can just take all of them from here if you want.
Oh, why would I
I'm just
going
going to reduce something that might.
Well, here's the beauty for it, right? I don't even need this card. I don't even use it anymore. So
Well, I definitely need this.
that goes away.
I'm going to definitely use the
Here, you're not
Regulation.
using. You only need pink in here now, right?
What do you mean?
You're
No.
you're only using these pink
4.
symbols.
I need 4 in order
Oh,
to
right.
make that happen. 1, 2,
Well, that pink one could
3,
probably go.
4.
So you can get rid of this.
The one I just tucked.
or this, right? This pink one.
No, because it's per pink. She
Oh.
doesn't want to get rid of that.
I see.
You could get rid of not the one you just tucked. Get rid of
This
the
one?
Yeah, because just in case you need the bridge symbol for something.
That's my starting card, so I'll leave it over here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I discarded mine over there too.
There's 1.
Put that over
And you need to
here
get rid of a second one,
under
right,
my
Nikki?
country
Well, I
card.
could just get rid of this. Oh, this was so good, though. We don't want to get rid of that.
Get rid of your draw 3,
This
keep
one,
on. Yeah.
it's sad.
So no card there. Put something
No,
new.
I mean, it's not a.
Yep.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's the least worst one to draw. Okay. Hey, guess what? It's
What?
the exact same thing.
No.
Except in this case, you're reducing it by your leaves. So I need to lose 2 cards.
And I need to lose 1, and Nikki needs to lose 1.
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay.
The pain.
Okay.
I mean, I guess in a way, this would be a way for you to be like, oh, I liked that card that's underneath this
Yes,
one.
remember when I was explaining
Yes.
that you could get cards back? This is how you could get a card back from your thing. Do you want your clean energy card back?
No, this is working fine for me.
All right.
Right.
There's a discard for me, and I discarded this.
I mean,
I have
I've
to
had
get-
other
I
cards
still
that
have to
could have
get
taken
rid
care
of
of that.
one. I
And
don't
I
know what
might
to
have
do.
one now. I don't. Okay.
I still have
So we still got another card.
Hang on, Nikki's
1,
trying to
2,
figure out
3, 4. I don't want to do that.
what's your clean energy per that symbol, and you have all those symbols. You know what?
I could just get rid of one of these because I don't need
3 clean
I
energy.
don't need 3. I don't
Okay.
have to slap down 3 clean energy. And this one isn't better. I was like, maybe I'll just get rid of this one and have this
What's that
one,
one
but
do?
it's not that great. Gives clean
No.
energy to players.
Then you can't get rid of the top one, because if you do, then you can't make clean energy.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm saying I would get
sorry.
get rid of this one.
got it. I misunderstood.
That is actually a blue.
All right, let's hope it's not the same thing again. Fossil fuel lobbying. Oh no. After this card is triggered in the crisis stage, you may not remove. Oh, this is so great, guys.
Why?
We can't remove any dirty energy tokens for the rest of the game.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
We don't have any.
Oh, okay, dirty energy.
Oh, clean.
Dirty energy tokens. We can mitigate that by tucking 2 cards underneath.
Right, okay.
That's an ongoing
Yay.
effect. Boy, oh boy.
Well, that one's less important.
That was
So do we have to
fantastic.
look at this one now?
No, this one just says we don't ever get to see a face-up one
Oh,
again
okay.
unless we want to deal with it. And we don't care.
Okay.
All right.
But now it's 4 cards again. Anyway, we're getting to that.
No, it's 3. We didn't put this band on.
Oh, that's right.
Guys, did we win the game?
No.
No.
All right, advance the round marker. Increase your energy demand. Okay, I think this is the turn we're winning.
Okay.
Or let me rephrase that. I think this is the turn we're drawing down.
Okay.
So I don't think we should be as worried about meeting our demand.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not
Oh.
saying don't try because...
So we bump up by 1 now? Is that what you just did?
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Reading things.
All right, so we put out 3 crisis cards. We picked 2 global projects.
Yep. Maybe it'll be a good one.
Maybe. Oh, hey, I'm sorry.
No, what did we do?
We
This one?
Yes.
We tucked one.
Did it
No,
have...
none of them required infrastructure.
No.
Oh,
they
you're right.
didn't.
Thank
They
you.
I was paying attention to
Good,
that.
thank you, Lincoln. Okay. All right. Global projects. Industrial emissions reduce investments. You may discard 1 card from their hand to move an industry token
Ooh,
from
I
the
like
board.
that one.
Yeah.
You can do this any number of times per round. It requires, however, 1 player to have 0 industry on their board.
Well,
I don't have any industry on my board.
yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You got 3.
You got 3.
Industry?
That's
This
the
one.
factories.
These, yeah.
All right, so not that one.
I have 2.
I was looking for this stuff.
All right, so not that one. Does anyone have 0 cars on their board?
Nope.
Nope, I got 3.
I got
All right.
4.
These would be great if we had them.
I
Put
didn't.
the industry one back then.
Okay.
Because it doesn't really matter. Here you go.
Well,
It's either 0 cars or 0 industry.
what if I magically on my first turn get rid of both of these?
Then that-
could work.
Correct. That's why we're keeping the industry one.
Okay.
You can do that, Nikki. This will allow you to do it. You get to do it per
Yes, I
symbol.
could get rid of 2 factories, and then that could be.
So it did matter. I was wrong and it mattered. It did matter.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Draw project cards.
So everybody still get 5 now? I'm back to 5.
Lincoln's back to 5. I'm just going to jinx us completely and say
You keep doing it.
I'm
I
feeling-
don't know.
Stop
You got to keep
it.
your
I'm
mouth
feeling
shut.
that this is
What
the
is
turn.
wrong with you?
We're doing great.
What is wrong with us?
He's jinxing
We're
us.
doing great.
Ah!
Yeah, these horrible cards. I need to
Wow.
put my
I don't
cards
think
in
I've ever
the
seen this card. I'm not going to play it, but look at this. Discard 1 crisis card.
Oh my gosh, you need to play that card.
It's got to be face-up crisis card.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Look what it requires, though. It requires 4 of those
Okay,
pink tags. Yep.
so here we go right away.
Yep.
I'm doing it. I will get rid of both of my factories. So that's 1 and 1.
Okay.
All right.
You have to increase your demand by 2.
Okay. 1, 2.
Now, you sure you don't want to tuck a pink before you do that and get rid of a 3rd thing? Or are you okay with those 2?
wow.
I
Any
was
number
just
of
in a big
times,
fat
though.
hurry.
Right, but a card for each.
Correct. Any number of times.
Yeah.
Look at this fist of cards I
I'm
have.
telling you, right?
I don't have
I'm
any
getting
pink.
rid of the factory.
I don't
Okay,
have
great.
any pink.
Great.
So that is now
Active.
Thank you, Nikki.
legal.
ahead.
Legal.
Dave, whack.
Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Then I'm going to put this one down.
You're the bestest.
And I can remove only once if I get rid of a card because I don't have enough pink going.
Hey, Dave, I have one here.
Wait, Nikki.
Flip 1 crisis card. Early warning systems.
Well, let me see.
The 1 card you said you would never
Hang
play.
on. Do I have 4 tags here? I do.
Does it matter?
I have early warning systems. I mean, I can do it. No, because I'm going to do this and then I'm going to cover it. So
You
yeah,
should just do that, and I'll toss this card for as one of my get rid of factory things.
You know what? I
Yeah.
got a better social card right here.
Well-
so I think I should put this pink one here to get rid of 1 more of these, and then use this one.
well,
Oh wait, this
Yeah.
is from other players. This
no,
is
from any
not.
player. That's also from any player.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just a typo. Well, I'm not saying you need to do this, but since you've done this already and you can
Yeah.
only do it once per turn, you could put this here, right? and now you are getting rid of per pink. So that would allow you to get rid of 1, 2, 3 crisis tokens. As opposed to playing it here.
So many cars and stuff left.
This is, I think, our last turn of the game.
Okay.
You don't think we're going to make it? Oh, you think we're going to make
Hold
it?
on,
Okay, well, I'm going to discard these 3 to get rid of my factories. One of them was to take an increase and get rid of a factory. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Well, that was great, Nikki P. I was glad you were working on that stuff. Wow, that's a huge, huge, huge change. Okay. And then I'm going to activate this. Unless I can get some other...
well, hang on. I'm going to put a tree on the board before I forget.
Yep.
Put a tree on the board, and you're going to put an ocean on the board.
Yep.
Let's do that now, because now I can cover that up with something else.
I'm going to bump this down 1 here. I wish I could get that to 4. Then I could really not worry about some of this stuff.
I don't think the difference in crisis tags is going to matter. I can't imagine we're going to get to 12.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay, I'm going to play Soil Education over my Forest Reforestation. I'm going to draw 5 cards and keep everything with a plant or innovation tag. Can you hand me 5 cards, please?
Wow, okay.
I'm mostly just helping to get extra cards to discard for my industry.
Yeah.
It's possible I get none. And I got none. There you go. No, I got 1. All right, so it paid for itself, but I didn't get anything extra. Well, that was unfortunate. Okay. I am going to...
I have 4 of these. Who wants to remove... go ahead, Nikki.
2?
Yeah.
Done.
She can actually legitimately remove 2 this time.
All right.
I'm not reading well here.
Okay, discard Lincoln.
Yep.
To get rid of a factory, right?
Yeah. You don't have other cards to get rid of factory with?
Discard Lincoln to get rid of a factory.
That's good. All that stuff means it really pushes us down below the number.
Well, I can discard 2 more things here. I'm trying to figure out if it matters about the crisis cards or not.
I'm going to do just this. I can't make it any better, so I'm going to get rid of one of the cars. That'll help. So now I'm down to 7 carbon.
Okay, I am going to discard this to get 3 clean energy, just in case.
No. Okay. I didn't even realize I did that. Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm not going to have enough
clean energy?
That's
energy.
Fine.
That's fine.
It's only crisis tokens. If we
It
make
only gets you crisis tokens.
Because I threw one of these away, right?
That's fine, Nikki.
So I can do it and get 2.
That's great.
But
That's fine.
all right.
I'm going to throw away a card to get rid of a factory. And then I think I'm just going to do that again. I don't see any reason not to just do that.
if we can make it as low as we can, then we do succeed. I think you're correct.
I think
these could be horrible. I mean,
well, let me have that card back for a second. So that's the get rid of a face-up crisis card.
right. Get rid of.
Get rid of, correct. Just discard 1. I can't imagine that this is going to hurt us so badly, but I don't need to get rid of this factory. I don't think we need it, right?
Right. Well, I'm going to get rid of probably one more.
My worry is in case these add cubes here.
Right. Well, these are at risk of that for sure.
All right,
these are 2.
I'm going to get rid of the factory then.
Okay.
I think that makes more sense than the other way around. So I did get rid of that card.
Okay.
So I now have no cards.
I will go to Paris,
I'm
France.
getting some synergy happening.
Okay. If you have any extra cards.
Well, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it here because I don't think we're going to get to another round
agreed.
to do that.
That's
So I'll
right.
do this. It gives me, so I can get rid of 1 trash food waste reduction. And
Does
then,
it have requirements, or you met
Yeah,
them?
2. I have
Okay,
4
great.
now. So,
Great.
If we do make it another round, I can at least, I can't do that again. Hopefully
Okay.
get something else that's beneficial.
Do 3.
Well, I have another one that would have gotten rid of
I know.
factories. I have
telling
all
you.
those dumb things.
We're in great shape.
So we still have,
Jinxing us.
somebody's going to get 2, you probably should get them,
Which?
of these.
You did that already.
No, I didn't.
You took 2 off of Nikki.
Yes,
No,
you did.
not this.
Yes, you did.
other card.
Oh.
Yeah,
This is to get
the
resilience tokens.
Okay. You have 2, 2, and 2.
And Nikki she doesn't have enough social.
I got two cards I'm gonna play, but I have to give up a different move.
Sure.
So don't worry about that because I have that per social, and I have that per what is the money one called?
Incentives.
Incentive. So I can get a bunch.
Well, if you play this here, that gets you 3 of those.
But trying to balance it.
Okay.
So don't worry about me as far as that goes.
All right.
If you've got a better move for yourself.
Give it to me, I guess. Just give me one of each.
Yep, just take one of each.
Nikki, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you have a card you can pass me? It doesn't matter what it is. Do you have a card you don't care about?
That's my problem. I need a card to discard to do this. And
Okay.
I'm trying to
That's fine. Then do it.
figure it out. How are people with the man, I'm trying to use the right
Crisis
terms.
and community and crisis.
Community and
I have
crisis.
3, but I'm not worried.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
I can't imagine I'm going to pick up 9 of them.
Yeah.
It seems unlikely.
So I'm going to do this clean.
So I shouldn't worry about getting rid of that for people?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to do this.
At this point in the game, I wouldn't. Yes, Lincoln?
I think I'm going to do this clean energy. I guess if it's the end of the game, I can do it here. And if by some horrible fact I have to go this way.
Yeah, do it.
But wait, let me think here.
Okay. If you can pass me any card, I can get rid of another one of these down here. I can get rid of another dirty emission.
So I'm going to do... I want to keep this just in case.
Okay.
So this here, I'm going to discard 1 and draw 3 to keep 1, just for the sake of, let's just do that one. Who cares?
See if you get something?
Yeah.
Sure, you never know.
And then, what do we got here? Once per round, discard 1 of those. Oh, wow, that's pretty great if you needed more power. You discard 1 of these to gain 2 clean energy. Climate bonds, draw a card. Nutrient management, I don't need that either.
So
probably the climate bonds. Oh, wait, what do I might need for symbols?
I was going to say, just if there's a tag that you need, otherwise.
I think I'll take the... What was the other thing here? Wait. Oh, it has to only have 2. I'll keep this one just in case by some horrible thing happens here.
All right.
So then I'm going to play this, which once per round I get to remove a car, which is more efficient right now since I don't need to remove factories or anything else. So I'll just do that.
Okay.
Because this one was going to be... The other one was random.
Yep, no, that's great.
You know, it's the equal amount of stuff, plus I got to draw another card.
This is so great.
And then...
okay, this is going to add cubes. Oh, this could be bad.
Yeah. How many times are we going to roll? Do we know?
Yeah,
We're
it's
going to
going to
roll
3.
3 times. And there's nothing we can do about this. So if it happens, it happens.
Yep. We have some buffer. We have things that can roll that would be okay. But, I mean, we're also reducing how many things we're going to be putting out.
Right. Right. That's why if you have a card to pass me...
I'm trying to do a couple things
Yep,
so I can
I totally understand.
see.
You figure out what you want to do first.
2, so I need 2 clean energy. So I'm not so far
Yep, I would
off.
agree. I would agree, just in case.
1, 2. I'm still 1 off.
That's fine. That's only 1 community in crisis
Then
token.
I'm gonna play this one just in case.
I'm going to stop there in case.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But we're far away from the teeter point.
Yeah, but you don't know
Okay.
that, right? No, that's good, Nikki.
Then
I like it.
I'm going to... I don't have a card for you.
You don't? That's fine.
Well, okay. I could... I guess this really isn't that important. Well, it is, because I want to do... So I'm going to play these 2 down. 1, 2.
Okay.
Now, just because...
Hang on. Play them one at a time.
Okay.
You play this one.
Yeah.
And now you activate it.
I
Oh, no,
don't
it's a
want to.
discard. Got it. Thank
I
you. I
don't
didn't see
wanna.
that. Thank you. My bad.
Then that.
You could have tucked it as well.
Yeah, you could have.
Then I'm going to...
Okay, you can remove 2 community in crisis.
Right. I want to do that before.
All
So
right.
does anybody want to do it? Because I'm
Dave.
1.
I'll take 2. Done.
Then I'm going to place this here, and that's going to get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I have something like that.
Wait,
I
there's
was
a 5 in
contemplating
there.
that.
I think there are 5s.
There are.
We're using a 5.
We're using a 5.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was contemplating that because I have one that lets me do Citizen Nature Service, and it's
Yeah.
one per each of the choices here. And I could do 5. I could do 4 ecological for this one, or I
Yeah.
could do 4, for that one.
Yeah. And
The
I'm
one I don't
worried
have is
about
the,
what. And
bridges.
then I've got this one, and that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ecological.
Okay.
Nice.
It might be overkill.
Yes.
We'll find out.
Well, it reduces the amount of cubes. Her
Right,
resilience over here.
Right, but her passing me that card would allow me to pull one of these out
Sure.
right now. That might be more important
No.
than having a
I
big
feel
don't know.
her ability to reduce how many cubes go on the board that's potentially 6 cubes on these things right here.
Right, if it hits every player.
Right.
Usually it hits the lowest, which
Right.
won't be her. But that's,
That's fine, it's still
I don't
2.
disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. All right. We're all done, right? We
Yeah.
all played cards?
I mean, unless I want to try to do something like that, but I don't think I
All
need
right,
to.
check demand. Nikki, you're off by 1, right?
I'm off by 1, so what happens?
You get
Oh,
one.
I get one of those.
You get the
Okay.
difference. All right, add carbon to recent emissions. I'm adding 10.
I had 5.
15,
7.
22,
Cool.
oh wait, we're not even doing this because we're doing this first. Never mind.
What?
I was right. I mean, Nikki was correct and I was wrong.
Okay.
Because I forgot, these only add for the next round.
Correct. That's
All
what I was
right,
saying.
I don't even need to do the math. We don't have enough.
Okay.
So they all go away and we are officially in drawdown.
Nice.
All we have to do is survive the next phase and we win the game.
Okay, well, we have
So-
to still do these things.
Resolve planetary effects. Roll the die 3 times, Nikki.
Okay, remember I've got this card.
Yep.
This is
Yep. It's this. It's
Cloud-
these 2 symbols.
Yeah.
Either the
cloud
blue.
brightening.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you
Yep.
said
So roll it
something before.
once. Roll one of those once.
Nope.
Nope.
That's okay.
Okay, we can ignore it.
No, don't ignore it. We'll take it.
You'll take it?
Yes,
Okay.
because we'll ignore the next one.
Oh, right. It's
Roll it
only,
again.
It's once per
Yep.
that symbol.
Roll that one again.
We get to ignore. Okay.
Any one of these 2
Yeah.
once per round.
Hey, there's
Oh,
bad
it's-
news.
That was, yeah. Oh, well, we tried.
That's all right. We lose 3 trees. That's fantastic. Believe me, this is the worst. This was going to add 2 crisis cards.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't want to say it out loud because I really didn't want to
Jinx
jinx it. Okay.
Okay.
We just have to survive these 3 cards.
This is
Right.
going to be
Here we
bad.
go. The first one is whoever has the lowest of this. That's
Wait.
between you and me, Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right, roll it up. What is it?
3.
3. Roll for me. It doesn't really matter, by the way, what this is. Here, I'm going to roll here.
Yeah, okay. 5. Hey, you just
So-
keep on 5.
The lowest player takes 3 community crisis tokens. You only have 2. No, moves 3 community crisis tokens from your board to the player on your right.
To Nikki?
Yep.
And I don't. So I just give her the 2?
Yep, because you don't have 3.
Wow, that's weird. What is it called?
The player
Displacement.
It's displacement. The player with the lowest social resilience moves 3 community and crisis tokens to the player on their right.
All right, so I'm like that.
Yep.
One less card for me.
So degradation. Who has the most
me?
ecological thing?
What happens
The
to
player
me?
with the most. Oh no, the player with the most community and crisis tokens. Oh, that's still you.
That's still me.
Loses 2 ecological resistance.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm glad I built up.
Oh my gosh, that's it.
Still one more.
There's one more,
Come on.
Dave. Don't
How
say
bad
that's
could it be? Honestly, how bad can it be?
Horrible.
Whee! After this card is triggered, players may not tuck cards under crisis cards. This card is an ongoing effect.
Okay, so
Ah.
Boy.
are we done?
Yeah.
We don't have to do the last round?
No, there is no last round.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Growth
What?
phase. Check for victory. Did we win the game?
I guess so.
Yes!
Why did we win it?
Because we are in drawdown and we survived.
Oh.
That's all you have to do.
Okay.
Hey.
So let's say you did roll that and we had 2 more of these.
Yeah.
Let's just see what they would have been. Every player loses 1 infrastructure resilience,
Boom.
meaningless. Here we go. Whoever has the most cars, that would be me, would get
You and Nikki
crisis.
are tied.
I have 3.
Oh, I have 3. Would get crisis per band. So you just get 1, 2, 3 community crisis.
Still wouldn't wipe us out.
And you can reduce it by infrastructure, so you'd get nothing and I'd get 1.
Okay.
Gamegenic. Ingenious supplies.
Have you ever won this before?
Yes, I won the 2-player game when I played it online, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
I
to
know
win.
this. People think it's hard. I mean, it's not easy.
Well,
But we got lucky towards the end with a few things. I
Well,
mean,
first
Nikki
off-
getting the factory thing and being able to remove that so that we could all do this was a big deal.
the balance of the globals versus the crisis, we ended up getting some very nice global effects cards. Although, you know, did we ever use this one? We didn't, right?
And we tucked it too because
But
it didn't come up.
It needed to come up. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, look, that other card
That
that would have
infrastructure
come
one.
Right, we
up.
could have ignored it completely.
Would have.
But we also got some really fortunate crisis cards.
These.
We
Any of
got
these
ongoing
were-
effects that all came after it was too late for them to bother us anymore.
Right.
So
well,
they
not
were.
seeing is not great, but it's
Yeah,
still
not
not.
seeing because I kind of
It
like
saved me a
planning.
card though, right? I was
Yeah.
I was spending a card on early warning systems because I flipped one up, I would get a token, and it helped it was my way of helping everybody. We could all
Right.
see what was coming. But it's like the minute that was there, I was like, okay, well I can ignore this column, and I focused on one big giant. We all kind of had one big. Well, you didn't really, but we all kind of had one.
He
big
was
giant
spread
column.
out. I had a column and a column. That
Yeah.
was it.
Well, if you can get that,
Well, I
If
mean,
you
I
can get that
hung on to
synergy.
these that were going to be beneficial to everybody,
yeah.
and only actually took either of them for myself once.
You can also roll the planetary die, the planet effects die, like in a really bad way.
Oh yeah, I mean, we actually were fortunate that we spread them over areas that didn't affect us, right? You know,
Right.
we had a bunch of open. You know, that was like Nikki's roll of all 3 of these or something like that was ridiculously fortunate, right? Because these were all clear.
Yeah.
Also remember the suggested
Yeah.
3-player introductory first game is not at the easy level.
Right.
It is at what they
Medium.
consider to be the intermediate level, which is this. So
Right.
in a way, maybe they're not trying to completely like knock you down in the first time you play. I mean, you and I have always talked about
Yeah, you
this
should
every time we
lose,
play
yeah.
a co-op game, that we kind of enjoy a game where we get our butts handed to us on the first time. we play.
Right.
But it was difficult, and
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
And I also found that there was more player interaction than I thought there was going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you're trying to make things happen and chain, you're always head down thinking about this. But honestly, because I had that one that was pass a card to somebody, I was looking at your other symbols across the table
Right.
and trying to help out and
For sure.
interacting with you instead of just worrying about my own stuff in
I mean,
front of me. So
you
that
got
was
reforestation
cool.
working from round 1,
Right.
which was important.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
I would love to have I mean, I didn't see any cards that let me pass anything to anybody, but I would love to have that because I had a fistful of cards.
But it didn't matter. That's
Right.
the thing.
But
you want everything. in
happily,
this
I
game.
had those so that I could discard and get rid of all the factories. That was 3, plus I got rid of the trash and the car. So I got rid of 5
Yeah.
carbon tokens in that final round. And I just basically, because Dave was so optimistic, let's just go ahead and cover up these things that really are helpful to
No,
me.
it was very
Yeah.
clear after round 4 when we
Because I saved this if I was really in deep poo, you know what I mean?
we
'Cause
would
I
have been
got
in
this
drawdown
potential.
in round 4 were it not for the fact that we had to add 6 cubes to the setup ahead of time
Okay.
because I mean, and I just thought, wow, we're actually doing really, really well. I mean, how many? I can't remember. Flip your. How many did you start with? How many emissions did you start with for?
Here.
For Europe, yeah. You started with 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it looks like. So what are you at now?
6.
Yeah. So you got rid of 7. I started with a 17, I'm at 10. So I got rid of 7.
Okay, here's me.
And Nikki, you started with 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. and you're at 7. So you only got rid of 5, but we also added, we added 5 trees.
Yeah, at least.
Well, we added more than 5, but
Yeah.
we ended up with a plus 5 trees, and the oceans were
Where we
zeros where we started, but
Yeah.
we did have 3 more at one point. So we did really well. We got, there's a certain amount of luck that's involved regardless.
The one thing I would say, thematically, I think that's not exactly right about the game is like, shouldn't we need more trees? You know what I mean? Like, it's getting easier for us, but we are, the good thing is it's got us thinking about this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like, maybe this is just what the tipping point for us to get to the, like if we all tried to do these things in real life, maybe we could get there. But it's.
Well, you can. So one of the ways you make the game harder is you can start with fewer trees and oceans.
Sure.
China, I believe, is sort of between you two and my world power. It's a +2 growth, not +3, and it has more emissions. So that makes it the game a little harder. So a slightly harder 3-player game is you, I think, take out Europe maybe and add China.
Yeah, Europe seems to be like it has its act together, sort of, in a little bit,
Right.
with the cards that it starts with, because there's a lot of community conscious cards in play, right?
Hey, did I play just like America? Because one of my biggest stacks was all about the incentive.
Yeah. Pork barrel spending.
Yes.
Let's see here. Yeah, so I started with these 5, right? Reforestation. Obviously the 2 that you have, but reforestation and scale up recovery support, which is, help others or yourself with the global crisis, and then resilience. That's all powerful, right?
Yeah.
And I was able to keep them in action and getting them to do something, right? Being able to reduce your crisis tokens, alternating between the 2 of you, kept us. You guys never had to draw less than 5 cards.
No.
And I only had to one time.
You only had to do 4 cards one time, and in fairness, it didn't even really hurt you that badly.
No, because
you ended up with a handful of cards.
I think I still had 3 cards or something like that.
It also helped that you, either intentionally or just the way it worked out, you set all your local project, all your active local projects up in some way that none of them required discards from you.
Right.
So that helps you to not reduce your hand.
For sure. That's what I was. I absolutely was trying to do that.
Yeah, it was great.
But then it became where I had 0 cards to discard, right? That was what was beneficial about this coming into play. And then I also played things at the end where I got rid of, was able to get rid of one of the cars and then get rid of the trash, which that wasn't even throw anything away. It was just switch from going to adding trees to just removing carbon.
Yeah, as long as you have the requirements
Plus,
for it.
I had this, which is another one that would have drawn down the efficiency, because I have the efficiency regulations card that kept me in that position.
Right.
And if I had, I wish that you guys could have gotten one of those in play, right?
But it's, in this game...
Yeah, we didn't need it, but...
It's a trade-off.
Yeah.
We didn't get that, but we got something else. Like, the thing that's fun about the cards is that you find yourself often hoping you get a card you don't like.
Yeah, so you can discard it.
So you have something you can discard
Yes.
and not stress about, do I keep this or do I not keep this?
I felt I had a very good ratio of that in this game.
I thought this one, I'm like, whatever, it's not that great. And it's only during local stage.
Right, so it's when you get your cards. So instead of getting 5, you get 6.
That's good, though.
Extra card is good. Extra cards, especially at the beginning of the game, extra cards are good.
Well, I got it this round.
Yeah, right.
And you kept saying it's probably going to be the last round. So
correct.
This would have been good. You ended up having something like that, but this would have been good for anybody that was having troubles with it. But I was able to get that stuff down pretty quickly to get rid of my dirty energy.
Yes.
I'm not... I started at 8, right? So it's not like I had...
It's crazy how often you don't get the tag you need.
Oh, yeah. That's the really hard part.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get 5 cards and you think, remember when I drew one and I got one? There are cards where you can I've seen there's a card where you draw 7 or draw 8 and you keep all the cards that have these 2 tags. And I've seen that zonk. I've seen people draw 8 and get 0.
Oh, I didn't even bother.
And get 0 of those tags.
The tags that were on the card weren't important to me.
Right, but those cards to draw tags are often great because either you're looking for those tags to tuck,
Or they're just
you're
cards.
just looking for cards to discard.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem.
You just want chaff,
Yeah.
so you can keep
Right.
your wheat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I definitely like it. I think it's actually a really nice production too. The art is really nice. I love that we had the dirty energy cards and we all had something different.
Yeah.
And in the background, so you've got these sheep in the foreground and then they're just demolishing the dirty energy plant in the background. That one's demolishing the dirty energy
Yeah.
plant. I'm sure that's what that shows, but I love
Right,
I
right.
love the art.
Oh look,
Yeah, they're
Mine's-
knocking yours down
mine's-
too.
mine's just the thing. There's nothing there.
Right,
Well,
but
it's
they're
kinda
Oh, I see. They're
rubble.
demolishing.
demolishing
kind
it,
of
yeah.
Getting
I don't
knocked
have any.
down.
I don't have any.
But yeah,
well,
it's-
I'm the majority world. Majority world probably has the majority of the animals. You'd think I would have animals on my card.
Right.
There are these. There's a little deck of challenge cards that can make the game harder if you want.
Yeah.
And they're like a card you draw once every round, and
Okay.
and the cards can either affect everybody or a single player. And they just say things like, after you get your local project's deal, you must discard 2 cards, or
Yeah, that would be.
no one can do this turn.
Can you
or-
choose who it would be if
Yes,
for something like that?
the back of the card says either one player or everybody, and it says, and it has like a plus or a minus on it, which gives you the idea of what the challenge, the nature of what the challenge might be, but you don't know exactly what it is.
Okay.
And you get to decide ahead of time, like what you. I think you put out 2 maybe, and you like the global projects. You as a group decide like which one of the challenges do we want to do, and if it's an individual one, who should we assign it to?
Right.
But again, it's just another way of making the game harder. You also reminded me of something that we played when we played this game. So this is Matt.
Yeah.
In the Pandemic.
Matt Leacock, yeah.
Who did Pandemic, which we love. And I think I said this a couple weeks ago when we played the art project, which is what I liked about the art project. I also like about Daybreak in relation to Pandemic, in that I don't know that I would want to ever play with the local project cards face up.
Right.
For one
Okay.
thing, I think it would sort of slow things down.
Yeah, right, looking at it.
But for
Okay.
another thing, the thing that I liked about this in relation to the art project is that because everybody has their own cards, but they're also playing them sort of their own thing, you're doing your thing. You're
Right.
cooperating, but you're also doing your thing.
Yeah.
So like people can make suggestions or ask you for help, but to a certain extent, no one, like except for that last round, for example, where I was
Yeah.
trying to get you to maybe help me
I-
discard
yeah.
the thing, but you were actually correct. The thing you
Okay.
did was right, and I don't think that I was pushing too hard for that. Like
No.
I didn't say we need to do this.
No,
I just
right.
offered it as a suggestion.
Right.
But so I don't know. I like that the format of this game is such that it might
Mitigate a little bit
it
of that.
might reduce the alpha nature of
Yeah.
how some
This is shocking to me though. I thought for sure we'd be much higher on this.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were fortunate with the cards that did come up,
Mm-hmm.
generally.
well, one more band is an extra crisis and an extra die roll.
For
and
sure.
An extra die roll
Scary.
could have
I
been
was happy
pretty,
we didn't get there.
could have been pretty bad.
Yeah, these are
But again,
so often.
on the last turn of the game, this is great because losing trees and adding cubes for the next turn makes no difference to us.
Right.
We're already in drawdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's something kind of nice about that. Like,
It's interesting though, like the whole, I don't know what was the give a card to another player thing part of your basic deck?
yes,
Yeah.
it comes with
The US.
it comes with US.
This
So I mean,
one.
obviously they give you things that you can do.
Yeah.
Like mine is to give either get rid of crisis tokens or to give resilience tokens, right?
Right. And
And
my
that's good.
And my help the group card is discard a card to flip over
yeah.
a crisis card. It also gets me resilience tokens.
Right.
So it's worth doing.
Right.
It's especially worth doing early because seeing the early crisis cards, I mean, these sort of games ramp.
Yeah.
And the sooner you can slow down that ramp, the better off you are. But the trick that, and I'm not sure we had to worry too much about it, but the trick is knowing when to ignore the ramp. which is kind of what I was trying to
At the
say
end,
on
yeah.
that last
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Like, guys, it's okay if we take community and crisis
Yeah.
tokens. We ended up not even taking any, but we could have each
I think
taken.
Nikki did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
But not enough to matter.
Sure.
My point is, we
Right.
could have each taken 6 more of those
Yeah.
and still been completely
Right.
fine.
You
Right.
handed 2 to me, and then something else happened, and I got this one.
Right.
And so if there was another turn, I would have had one less card,
Right.
like you did
Yeah.
last
Right.
turn.
Right. Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Dave.
You're welcome, Lincoln.
And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. And if you do, click on the bell to get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.